Welcome back to Power Rangers Cosmic Roar. This is episode 6, I believe. 6 or 7, something like that. Uh, and
Real professional over here.
I know, right? But it's a hero team session, so we have the four heroes with us. We have Ryan as Rai. We have
Hello.
Tom as Tom. We have
Bruh.
Weisel the Faisal as Warren, and we have Joe Pesci as Morgana.
What up?
So, and I am your GM, Stan, and I control Keith until Leo finds freedom in his schedule. Since it was a Warren episode last time, he now gets to do the last time on thing for us. So go ahead, Wes.
Last time on Power Rangers.
Whatever our show is.
Last time on Power Rangers Cosmic Roar, Warren was being a party pooper and taking his job way too seriously.
Language!
Well,
There,
that goes.
there went our one F-bomb for the episode. Immediately.
It'll be
I'm
a
gonna claim it
miracle if
every
we can
single
make it
episode.
like 10 minutes without like doing that.
Alright.
That's only for YouTube.
Continue.
Warren was exhausting himself by taking his duty as a Power Ranger way, way too far. To the point where he was probably killing himself. So, with the help of the Guardian and a previous Blue Egg,
Blue
existing
Eggman?
Blue, I was existing Blue Ranger is what I was going to say. Warren learned how to take it easy a little bit. Hopefully.
Oh, that just gave me a bad thought, that flub. Oh, man. If it's Blue Eggman, that just made me think, you see that, Warren? I just peed on the moon, you idiot! God. But, yeah. Good job. You did it.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. So, but yeah, let's get started with this here episode. It should be episode 6 or 7. I think I misnumbered one of them on accident, or I forgot to update the number at one point. I'm gonna have to check in the Twitch archive later. To start, I will say it's been about 5 or 6 days since the previous adventure, so you guys all move your tokens where you think would be appropriate, and then go ahead and talk about where you think everybody is at this given time. I'm gonna say it's about the afternoonish, maybe like 2 or 3 o'clock, something like that.
What day specifically?
Well, what did I say the day was last time?
Don't remember, that was
yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think I said it was like a Friday or something, right? I think
Something like that.
like a Thursday or a Friday, so it would be like let's just say it's a Thursday. Why not? Screw it.
Okay. I stay put.
Tamaki's not getting out of this chair.
It's the afternoon on a Thursday. Like, she's got a job.
But I can't afford the PS5. I need a job. What about everybody else? Where y'all at? What y'all doing?
I'm right over here next to the rail, quite possibly digging my finger into the gravel or dirt, whatever, trying to figure out what kind of fuelage is being used for this transportation vehicle known as a train or whatever.
Okay.
All right.
What is the weather like today?
Well, let's see. I'm gonna say it's a little cloudy, but it's not like bad weather.
I'm looking, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. And am I able to see Tamaki where she's at?
Well, she's in her restaurant, so no, probably
Unless
not.
you have X-ray vision.
Yeah, like, but how about Warren and Morgana? Where are you two at? What are you two doing?
I said shopping.
Okay.
Where there's a restaurant?
Do you want to go to Tom's restaurant or do you want to go to a different restaurant?
I'll go to Tom's restaurant.
Oh boy. Okay, so move your token. I'll just move him right over here. And there we go. So what part of his meal is he at in Tom's restaurant? Like, did he just sit down? Did he just get served? Like, what's up? Set the scene for us.
What's the time of day again?
It's afternoonish, so it's like 2:30.
Yeah, Warren's taking a late lunch show, so he's just getting into his food, so he's just
What's he eating?
club sandwich.
From what club?
How? Sandwich if you're not in the club.
Yeah.
Club sandwich and potato chips.
So from the potato club.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Stan, if you keep this up, I'm gonna club you.
I was already clubbed last session. What the?
Well, prepare to get clubbed again.
But
I just go to the restaurant and I get the club sandwich. I'm not
okay,
even a part of
so
the club.
all right, so mid bite, Tom's grandma walks up and goes, "How are you enjoying the sandwich, dear?"
Good as always, ma'am. Thank you.
Good. I've noticed you've been around here a lot. My granddaughter, she seems to be around people a lot. I think she should just find a nice boy who could protect her to settle down with.
Grandma.
Oh, hush, dear. We're talking
Yeah, where'd
about
you come
your
from?
future.
I've been in the kitchen. I'm probably the one who made you the sandwich.
Probably. Oh, don't be embarrassed, dear. There's nothing wrong with liking someone older. Your grandfather and I were 5 years apart. People thought it was strange, but it was so nice. And she just kind of goes off into her own memories, walks off. Like,
Warren just kind of has like his head like down, just not like looking at anybody.
Yeah, Tamaki just kind of goes back to like doing whatever she was.
I'm just gonna pretend this conversation never happened.
And I walk away.
Warren makes sure Tamaki's gone before he gets back to eating.
Alright, so let's see. Oh, I should probably establish what Keith's doing, just in case. He's walking.
Pickpocketing.
He's walking along, being a fox boy. And
Pickpocketing.
and he's what?
Pickpocketing.
No.
No, that's the other team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
They're the ones full of degenerates.
yeah, not like this team, full of upstanding people.
We try.
Not afraid to punch people.
So he's walking along and he's glancing about the town. He's kind of confused. He's like, man, what was that fox thing I saw at the carnival? Weird. Haven't seen it since.
Looked in the mirror.
And while he's walking along, he sees Rye, and he I'm gonna roll. Okay, so we have determined that Rye has a perception of 1. So Keith, just while Rye is staring at the train track, Keith just kind of leans down next to him while he doesn't notice and goes, "What you doing?"
Hi there. I'm looking at this train track. I'm trying to figure out what the fuel is. I think it's probably electric, but if it's like oil or coal, that's going to be really interesting. You don't see that anymore. Not until ever since the start of the 1900s. We haven't. That's when electrical trains and stuff started coming out. Like, you don't see too many coal and stuff.
And Keith just kind of looks at you like, I guess that's interesting, weirdo. He doesn't actually say that, but you can kind of tell it by the look on his face. Like,
I've got like this
Heavily
big
implied.
I've got like this big friend look on my face.
yeah. And Keith's like, oh, cool, but like, wouldn't you be able to tell that if you like looked at the train? And he just kind of points at the train station. Like,
Train. What direction is the train at?
it's over this away.
Over that way. I want to go over there and look at the train.
Rye just completely forgets Keith is there and runs off to the train.
Just literally one track mind. Good idea.
Is there a question
Leaves.
about Roll20? Like when I'm moving my guy, does it show like how I'm moving it, or is it just like a doink doink kind of thing?
If you're just dragging it, then we just see you teleport.
Yeah.
Okay. I was doing like a little doinky doink thing.
Yeah, you can draw a path to where you're going if that's what you want to do. Just there's a little like paintbrush thing you can click over on the left. So.
No,
And so yeah, Keith just sees Rye run off, and he's like, And then he's like, I don't think he recognized me, huh? So Red Ranger likes trains. Cool, I guess. And he's like, anyway, I got other things to do, and so he just keeps walking along. Now, Morgana, what are you shopping for?
Food. It's like the monthly grocery run.
Are you shopping for club sandwiches?
No.
Darn.
Well, I hope not,
Not
because
even-
apparently she's in the wrong area.
Yeah.
I'm not a member of the club, so I can't get the club sandwich.
No.
Morgana, you can literally come to the restaurant anytime.
But you can never leave.
No, this ain't California. This is Roltay.
Yeah. So while Morgana is shopping for groceries, right?
Right.
An old man walks up to her and is like, "Excuse me, miss, do you know where I can find prune juice?"
Oh my god.
I was really hoping you would do the blowtorch bit again.
or you can just direct me to where I can find prunes. I can use my blowtorch to melt them into juice.
Okay, I'm actually gonna roll something
Okay.
just to determine where I'm at, where I myself am at.
Alright. 6. What does that mean for you?
It means I'm back in Derry.
Okay. So, what do you say to this old man who just walked up to you and asked you this question?
Okay. First, what store is it? Like, what store is in the?
You're at
in the
Soup.
city? At
What do you
Soup?
mean he's at
Oh, no! Oh god, you're looking for prune juice in the soup store. Okay, go 3 aisles down towards the left, make a right, leave the store, go to the other store that is not soup, and you'll find it there.
Did you say Soup? I shop for prune juice there all the time. That's my favorite store. Oh my gosh, I have so many great memories there. You know, one time when I was 6 years old, I went to Soup, and there was this old mean lady there, and I didn't like her very much, but she used to sell baseball cards. And then he just, like, keeps going and going and going. Like,
Bruh.
God, can I roll for sanity?
yes. One, this guy, he's
you take some.
this.
You're gonna take some long-term madness for that.
Psychic death.
So in other words, this old man, like, you really want to just like break away, but you're like way too polite because he's old, so you don't want to like be mean, and so you're just like sitting there, just like nodding, like yeah. Meanwhile, like looking for any way to escape, but you can't find it. You're stuck there, listening to him until he decides to go away. Just...
My god.
Guess you'll die.
Can you just do me a favor? Roll for time?
How long he keeps going?
Yes.
Okay. So
Just for comedic effect, I guess.
1. Okay, so you're lucky. So a store clerk comes along. A store clerk comes along and goes, "Come on, old man Jenkins, not this again," and like just grabs him, like walks him off, and you see the store clerk just kind of mouth to you like, "Sorry about this." Like, you know,
Just me whispering, thank you.
like, so,
Oh god.
so you got lucky. Right?
Did I? Did I though?
All right, so now we pan over to Rye again, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And Rye is, I imagine, staring at this train right now, right?
I am.
This train is actually a very stylized steam locomotive. It is red in color. And if you guys want to see what it looks like, I will link it in the Discord real quick. But yeah, it's just sitting there. Morgana. Or you know what, just roll a D2, actually. And then we'll say one
A
result is that
D2?
she's there, the other result isn't.
That's just a coin flip.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna do a coin flip. 2. Okay, so do you want that to mean she's there or that she's not there?
Not there.
Okay, so... Alright, so Rye's just staring at this, so... You know, I'm just gonna say Keith doubled back and was like, he was curious, so he's there. And Keith's like, so, what's with the train thing?
Oh man, this is a really nice train. I wonder what kind of mileage it gets.
There
The
di-
tenders look, huh?
No, go on.
I was gonna say the tenders look really nice too. I wonder what kind of shape the sandbox is in.
And Keith has no idea what you're talking about, but he's just like, yeah, and he's like, you know, it's weird that trains, you don't see those very often. This city's weird like that. I don't know why we even have a train station.
I love trains.
Any reason why?
You know, they're just so cool looking, and the sound it makes when you're riding in them. You know, the chugga 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 chugga, and like the little bustle hustle. You know, that's really relaxing. And then I started thinking about how they look on the outside, and you know, I'm really interested in how they work. You know, it almost looks like it's a relic of something out of our time that's still relevant. Even modern trains, you know, they've got sort of like this sleek look to them, but they almost look like they're not really supposed to be there, you know?
And then Keith, in his supreme ignorance, just goes, that there's a difference in trains.
Of course there's a difference. For one thing, you got the size.
And then you just see this look on Keith's face slowly form where he's just like, oh no, what did I just say?
What?
So, as that's going, now, let's see, Tom,
What up, though?
in the restaurant, is there a TV for, like, people to watch?
Yeah, there's one like hung up in the corner, like for people to just kind of like, for it just kind of plays stuff in the background, and Tamaki has the remote, so like if Warren wanted to watch something specific, she could put that on.
Okay.
Now, is this TV like a tube TV or is it a modern TV?
We're in 2020. It's a flat screen.
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah, it's the futuristic year of 2020. Come on. Get with the times. So-
Far away.
The
Warren has
future is now, old man.
Warren has requested quality world news.
Well,
So
I guess.
obviously Fox.
Oh god. Oh no.
Good lord.
No, BBC News.
No.
That's fair.
What?
BBC News.
Okay, fine. I thought you were gonna go to the other extreme.
Man, I can't believe we get British news all the way here in America.
I know, right?
There's BBC.
Wait, this is America?
Yeah.
Might as well be.
Might as well. Okay. So,
Alright, just local news is fine.
Roltay does have its own news station. It's right over there next to the train station. I mean,
Yeah, that's a radio tower.
That is the news station. Don't
Yeah.
get out.
yeah.
Yeah, local news is fine.
Okay, so on the news, there, and the Guardian is of course watching this broadcast from his viewing globe as he always does because he likes to keep up on current events. On the news, there's a reporter. Her name is Cassidy, and she fixes her hair real quick and she's like, today on the local Roltay news, strange things have been happening to our town. There was some minor damage about a week ago from a recent monster sighting. Thankfully, local heroes, the Power Rangers, showed up to save the day. And it's like really badly shot footage, like where they didn't capture any of the morphing sequences or anything, obviously, but it's like, you know, a building is like cutting off half the shot of them fighting the beast, right, and doing all their like anime flips and shoots and stuff like that. And they're like, we don't know who this mysterious new team is, but I'm sure they'll do a great job defending our little town. And we at the news station here of Roltay, at the Roltay local news, would love to get an interview with one of these heroes at some point. Stay tuned for further development. And it just then like cuts away. So
Man, they didn't even get the cool thing died.
nope. And so then it pans over, and it's like, and you see like a little bit of a news blooper, and she's like, Devin, make sure you got my good side. And Devin's like, yeah, Cass, I got you. And so she's like, all right, so we're now here on the field, running about to try and ask the locals about the new Power Rangers who have shown up. And they just happen to, they just so happen
To bump into Keith.
yes. And also Rai, who is still talking to him about the importance of the distinction of various different types of trains.
Warren's just... Oh, no.
The difference between fossil fuels and electric.
Tamaki! Tamaki!
Yeah, I see it.
And she cuts off their conversation, well, their quote-unquote conversation, and she's like, excuse me, sir, do you have a minute? And like puts the mic up to Rai.
Me?
Yes, you. Please, tell me, have you heard about the new Power Rangers who have shown up recently?
Power Rangers?
Yeah,
Right.
they've come around and they've been defending our town, our little town of Roltay. Strangest thing.
I think so.
Oh, well, if you know about them, please tell me, what's your impression of all of them?
I feel like at this point, Rai, it's like, he's feeling pretty Reed Herschel at the arena right now.
Oh.
So,
I get that reference.
yeah. He's all like, well, you see.
Warren is making his way over.
Making my way down.
Gonna punch this guy in the face.
I'm all like, I don't know them personally, but whoever they are, they're definitely cool heroes.
Oh, really? Do you know what they're called, maybe?
Don't say it.
So does Morgana also see this news, like, at the store she's in?
I don't know. I've been waiting for you to stop.
Roll it. Or do a coin flip.
Okay.
And then call it call it before you roll it.
Alright. One's heads, two's tails.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say heads. I see it.
Okay. Oh, yep.
yeah.
So you see this,
it.
you're seeing this news broadcast.
And okay, should I roll to see if I wait? Yeah. if I'm
That's
seeing
up
the
to
news,
you if she's, like, finishing
Do they
shopping and,
actually
like, runs off
say-
or not.
No, do they say? I wasn't. I'm sorry. I like zoned out for the part if they actually said where they were at.
They're at the train station.
No, like did the news crew actually say it? Because otherwise I wouldn't know.
No. They didn't say, they didn't physically say we're here at the train station. They just said we're here on the streets, so.
Alright, so yeah, Morgana just like drops her groceries and runs off.
Oh my.
Aimlessly because she don't know where the f they're at.
Oh, PG-13 rating gone. Rip. But, okay.
I mean, that was already gone, but you know.
Yeah.
Morgana runs by Warren. Are you looking for them?
Yes.
Should
I haven't
perhaps
found them yet.
roll for what kind of name I should say?
Well, he knows what the name is, because the Guardian told them all.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, should I roll, like, if I stumble? Or if
I'll let you totally roleplay it. You do what you think would fit best.
Okay. So, yeah, because I wasn't here for the last session, so we're not supposed to, like, let anyone know who we are.
You're not supposed to say, hey, I'm the Red Ranger. No. Not.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like one of the 3 rules the Guardian gave us.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna be all like, we're the Pride. Oh, they're the Pride Troopers.
Pride Troopers.
The excuse me?
I'm just looking at there being like, that was so cool.
And
Warren, Morgana, and Tamaki are now leaning, like, all watching on a smartphone the news. They're like, what?
and Keith then kind of cuts in, and he's like, actually, they're the Power Rangers, and I gotta say, I could maybe know a thing or two about them, and then Cassie just kind of shoots him like, yeah, kid, whatever, and like goes back to Rai. So tell me more about the new Power. They're called the Power Rangers Pride Troopers. You said, like, what's up with that? Like,
Yeah, totally. So
Wait, do we have each other's phone numbers?
you should.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I would imagine we're all frantically messaging him and trying to get a hold of him.
Shut up! No, Warren's, like, ringing him. Like,
Stan, at this point, can we make rolls to see if any of us catch on to where they are and we can make a dash for it?
Sure. I'll say roll a d3. If it's a 1, you have no idea. If it's a 2, then you have like a general sense of the area. And if it's a 3, you're like, got it. I know where this is at. So Morgana has no clue, but the other 2 are like, wait, red train in the background, train station.
nope.
Well, Morgana didn't even roll yet. That's a D2.
Oh,
Yeah.
rip, my bad. Go ahead and roll, Joe. 2. Okay, so Morgana's got the general idea of where they're at, but not like the exact. She hasn't put together that's literally the train station. She just knows it's near there. Warren and
2 and
Tamaki,
3.
however, though.
Warren grabs Morgana. They're at the train station. Let's go.
There you go. So you all are rushing over there, and reporter Cassidy is like, Power Rangers Pride Troopers, that's an interesting name. Please, what more do you know about them? And she's like got a notepad.
I'm like sweating because I don't want. I'm trying to like lead her astray, but like I'm not being that creative.
And Keith, because he knows Rai's identity, he's like, hey Rai, what do you think of the Red Ranger specifically? Like egging him on.
Well, the Red Ranger, you know, like I said, I don't know him, but I heard he's, you know, really cool and handsome, and he's got a nice low voice, and really manly.
Wow, and so now, like, the camera's, like, super zoomed in on Rai to the point that he can probably notice it. Like, and I am going to roll something now, real quick. I'll roll a d3 for it. Okay, so it's at this moment that the other 3 burst onto the scene, and I'm going to leave it up to you guys what you do here.
Right, Keith, there you are. Come on. We gotta go do that thing.
And Keith, oblivious, is like, thing? What thing? I want to talk about the Power Rangers. Like, hey, it's the news people. Like, they want to talk about the Power Rangers. It's pretty cool. We're on TV. Hi, Mom.
No, this is really important. Remember, we all signed up for this. If we're late, then they are not gonna be happy with us. Come on.
Come on, Twinkle
Not all
Toes.
that
He
money.
grabs. He
Sure.
grabs. Come on, Twinkle Toes. Let's go.
And just
As we're going off, I turn to Cassidy and I wink at her.
Cassidy.
Like, not like sort of like the I'm cool wink.
Yeah.
Or sort of like a yeah. Like the snap gun thing.
And as you're all running off, Cassidy just turns to the camera and goes, "We'll be back with more on the street interviews. Stay tuned." So now you guys have run off a good distance from the train station, and Keith's like, hi, miss, is something wrong? Who?
Look, kid. I actually wanted to bring you up later, but now it kind of seems like the time to, discuss things because you seem to know a bit more than you should.
And I'm gonna have him roll something. I'm just gonna do a D3 again. 2. And Keith, he's got an idea, but he's not, like, sure. He's like, wait a minute. You're with them, ain't ya?
Okay. Anyways, Warren has Ride basically in like a, under his arm headlock. Like, as if he's noogieing him, but he's not noogieing him. He's like, the Pride Troopers? Seriously?
What did you want me to say? I was trying to come up with something that was kind of cool.
We already have a team name, dumbass.
And
Yeah, but like.
and then Keith goes, "So what are you guys called then?" Like just interrupting.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would, in fact. Please tell me.
Listen, the more you know about us and the more you get involved, the more you're going to be in trouble, and the more trouble you're going to cause for us in the long run.
Yeah, but like, what the heck is Warren doing?
Handstand.
Pile driver.
Suplex.
Does he suplex Rye? Is that what he just did?
Roll the suplex.
Yeah, you know what? Do it. Roll against each other. See if he gets suplexed.
What do I roll?
He's kind of suplexing a train,
So
so...
both of you do. Both of you do a d6. See who wins.
D6?
Yep.
I'm calling in my brawny attribute.
Okay, d6 plus 1. Yeah, so Rye is suplexed immediately on the spot. Dang. Rip. And so Keith then goes, "Well, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but monsters seem to like to attack me a lot, so I think it would be much better if I, stayed nearby."
That's actually a good point. Hey, Guardian!
And then Keith's like, his ears perk up and he goes, "Guardian?" And the Guardian does not answer, like, at all. He doesn't
Mark
say...
5 for transport, please.
And
I don't think he's going to answer us because, the rules.
So, yeah, the Guardian is staying silent. Like, he's watching you guys, but he's not saying a thing.
I don't know.
Keith is, like, looking at everybody, like, wide-eyed. He's like, "Oh, man, this is so cool. I get to know the Power Rangers." No. And he's kind of just, like, thinking about stuff. Yeah. Like...
Well, this isn't my episode.
Morgana, what are you doing?
Cartwheel.
Just cartwheeling for no reason.
Yes.
Okay.
Just like this serious scene is going on and everyone's models are glitching out.
Yes.
T-posing!
Oh no.
After Rye gets suplexed, he's stuck in the geometry.
So I'm gonna roll yet again. This is gonna be a roll for the Guardian. 2. Okay. So the Guardian speaks directly into Rye's mind, and only Rye's. Okay.
Oh.
So Rye feels a familiar like tingling in the back of his head, and so the Guardian then goes, "Rye, as Red Ranger, perhaps you should be the one who makes the call in this situation."
Oh, what, just because he's the Red Ranger automatically makes him the leader? Racist.
Guardian didn't say that. So
As far as we know, Guardian didn't say anything.
exactly.
Okay, I'll
So
tell
we
you what,
do
I'll
know
do
in there.
this.
Okay.
I look
Roll.
at him and I have my finger up and I'm all like, "Wait, what's your name again?"
And Keith's like, "I'm Keith, Red Ranger. Hi."
Alright. Okay, Keith, here's the deal.
Uh-huh.
We're not the Power Rangers Pride Troopers. I made that up. We are Cosmic Roar.
Oh, that's so cool.
I know. But between you and me, Pride Troopers is better, right?
What? How about we compromise? Be the Pride Roar. Yeah.
Pride Roar.
At this point, Tamaki's gonna lean in and it's just like, yeah, no, that's not gonna fly, Chief.
And then Keith's like, can I, like, can I get your autograph? And he like holds out a notepad and pen.
Where did you... never.
Were you
While I'm
dropped
like,
on your head recently?
while I'm like writing down my to my biggest fan, love and peace, Rye. I'm like, so yeah, we're Power Rangers. It's kind of a big deal.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, but if you have to say you're a big deal, you're not a big deal.
You have to be like, I'm kind of a big deal.
Oh man, I can't believe I know the Power Rangers. This is awesome.
Yeah, I'm Rye.
Hi.
These are my,
What is Warren doing?
How are you doing that? I'm still trying to
Bruh.
figure that one out.
These are my friends Tamaki, Warren, and Morgana.
Okay, cool. This is just kind of not okay.
And Keith's like, nice to meet all of you. I'm Keith. I don't know if you know that or not. Uh, uh, so hi. Nice to meet you all.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you too. It's kind of
Always nice having people knowing who we are. Right.
And so then Keith's like, so are you guys doing official ranger business right now? Is that why we had to leave?
No, we're just
technically yes. Our official ranger business was abiding to the rules. The rules are we cannot have our identities revealed intentionally. So if you go blurring out that we're the Power Rangers, we're going to be in trouble. We might not be the Power Rangers anymore.
You should hang with us, Keith.
Really?
Be our friend.
Yeah.
Can I?
We I'm
Why? Why
sorry
are you
to
like
interrupt.
this?
I want more friends. I can't have enough.
And
I mean,
Keith's
now we have to keep an eye on him.
and Keith's looking really excited. He's like, "Don't let. Hey, I won't let you guys down. I might not look it, but I am very perceptive. I'll have you know."
Look,
And then-
unless you got one of these, and then Tamaki just kind of shows her ring and aura stone. Unless you got one of these, then I don't think you're gonna be much help to us.
And Keith like looks at it for a sec, and I'm gonna have him roll another D3 real quick. One, and he's like, "Huh, doesn't look familiar." Like he's like thinking, but he can't really place anything that he would have that would look like that.
And I'm all like, well, maybe we can take him under our wing and like make him like a busboy or something.
A busboy?
Like, if he's getting
What?
attacked by monsters anyway, we might as well at least keep an eye on him. You know, maybe he'll lead us to our enemy.
You're
Actually,
gonna use me as bait?
no. That gives me an idea. Hey, Guardian.
And I am gonna roll to see if he responds. I'm just gonna do a coin flip. So, Tom, I'm gonna have you call it for which one is gonna be he responds.
Tails.
Okay, so Guardian then speaks into both Rye and Tom's minds. He goes, "Yes, Tom, what would you like?"
Like, this kid does seem to get into trouble way more than he should. Like, is there any chance we can just kind of keep him safe in the Hall of Heroes so, like, monsters don't attack him until we figure out something better to do?
And the Guardian goes, trusting a random civilian in the Hall of Heroes could have grave consequences. I'm not sure about this. You'll have to all come to a consensus.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, he already knows who all of us are anyways. Like,
Yes,
if
but
he, if he's already...
but letting someone into the Ranger archives is a very dangerous prospect. Should you all come to a consensus, then I will approve. But if not, then I'm sorry, but it is something you'll have to deal with yourselves.
Alright, then. Yo, group vote. Should we show him the secret treehouse?
I mean, is that necessary? I mean, yeah, I agree with him. The fact that he seems to turn up whenever there's trouble, and he actually gives Keith like kind of like a suspicious glance.
And Keith just kind of like oblivious, just kind of waves at him. He's like, "Yeah."
Why
Oh,
don't
he
we
strikes
maybe-
that thought from his head. Like, nope, definitely not a threat.
well,
Anyway, at any rate, we probably don't need to go to that much of an extreme. We could probably just give him our numbers, so in case he does get into trouble, he can, call us for help.
I feel like if he does get into trouble, then the Guardian will know before, like, he'll be able to text us.
And then Keith, while they're talking, he kind of leans towards Rye, and he's like, "Hey, can I get your number?"
Maybe.
Okay, here's mine. And he like holds his cell phone up to Rye. He's like,
I take a screenshot with my phone.
Guardian.
By the way, Keith, is there what can you do anything cool? Do you have any cool tricks or hobbies or anything?
"Oh well," and he kind of gives himself a look over and like half joking. He's like, "I don't know if you've noticed, but I was born between a fox person and a human, so I've got really good ears and eyes."
Guardian.
And the Guardian now speaks to Rye, Warren, and Tom all at once, and he replies, "Yes, Warren, what would you like?"
Could I... Alright, so you've possibly noticed my affinity with machines. Could I use my ranger ability to give his phone a Power Ranger panic button?
With water?
Warren just kind of mentally shrugs. Because he's like, I don't know the limitations of our abilities. I mean, I can make a hammer appear out of nowhere.
Well, I suppose it's worth a shot. Take his phone.
Keith.
Huh?
Phone.
Okay. And he just hands over his cell phone. Alright, so, go on.
He holds up the phone and he holds up his ring. And he just kind of focuses on what he wants to do with it.
Okay, so, roll a d6.
Do I get a +1 for my gearhead?
Sure, go for it. 2. Oh wait, no, that's not you, that was me. Rip. 6, okay. So, there's a very brief flash that comes out of your Aura Stone. And, in it, this, like, at first there doesn't really seem to be a change. But then you bring the cell phone down to eye level, and suddenly just with a blip on the screen, there's now like an app on the cell phone that has like the Cosmic Roar logo on it, and so that is now like this magical app where he can like call all of you, or just one of you if he wants.
But it doesn't have a name.
No, it has no name. It's just an icon.
All right, he flips the phone back over and hands it to him. There.
And Keith's like, and like his eyes get wide. And he's like, "Cool."
Our what would be a good word for it? Our patron agrees that you seem to get into trouble a fair amount, and with his help, I've provided with you a way that you can contact us if you find yourself in a life or death situation. And he emphasizes those words heavily. Like, this is not a button for you to call us if you want to hang out for pizza.
Yes,
but
if you
can't we
want
hang
to
out for
bug us
pizza?
as friends, then you can do that with Rye.
And then he like looks at Rye and he's like, "Rye and I are friends?"
Yeah, Rye, you said you wanted more friends. There you go. You got a new friend.
I give a real
Actually-
meekly thumbs up, realizing I probably shouldn't get too close to this guy because he's kind of weird.
Wow. How messed are you if Rye's saying you're the weird one?
Actually, now that I think about it, can I duplicate that app onto all of our phones in case any of us ends up in a sticky situation?
I mean, you did it once. I don't see why it wouldn't work the other times. Like,
Neato. All right, Morgana, can I have your phone, please? I'll give it back.
Morgana not use technology. Morgana travel via boar.
Yes.
But
Morgana, or Luddite.
We're gonna use Motorola Rock.
Yes. I chuck rock.
Alright, so basically one by one he applies the Cosmic Roar app to everybody's phone.
Neat.
So we can contact each other through normal means for non-emergency situations, or we can hit the app and it's code red. Okay?
And then all of you hear the Guardian in your heads now, and he says, let me try something. And he, like, focuses, right? So, 3. Okay. He focuses for a minute, and then all of a sudden, Rye's phone rings.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ring, 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 ring.
Banana phone. So, Rye, are you gonna let it ring, or are you gonna answer it? It's up to you.
That's why I said
Leave him on hold.
I said hello. I answered.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I thought Rye was just letting his phone ring. He's like, huh? What am I supposed to do now?
I pick it up and I put it to my phone is cool to where I can just put it up to my ear and it automatically accepts the call. I don't have to press the accept. No. But, yeah, I answer the phone. I'm all like, hello.
And then you hear the Guardian's voice, and he says, "Yes, hello, Rye. It seems that I can access this new app as well. Seems redundant, as I can speak directly to all of your minds, but I suppose it could be useful in some circumstance."
It's like there's an echo because we hear both in the mind. I hear it both in my mind and in the phone.
Yeah. So you have like this really weird like whiplash happening in your brain, and you're like, ah. And then the Guardian, without saying goodbye, just hangs up. Like,
We should get the Guardian a phone. Probably expend less energy.
Maybe he has one.
and then you just hear him talk in your head. I, in fact, do not own technology.
All right, Keith. Here's your first task.
Uh-huh.
You
Forgive-
need to go get a cell phone.
I-
For big guy upstairs.
I don't have that kind of money.
I'll get him a cell phone if he wants a cell phone.
Thanks, Warren. I put my hand up to give you a high five.
After he hesitates a moment, but he gives him a high five.
So then Keith turns to Ryan. He's like, "Man, today's great. I just a week ago I learned who all the Power Rangers are. Well, except for her, but now I know. And now I'm friends with the Red Ranger, who's the leader and like the coolest, always like one of the coolest ones of the bunch. Dude, today can't get any better."
Yeah,
Actually, we haven't exactly decided on a leader.
I guess I am kind of cool.
So, ah man.
Yes, we definitely have not decided on a leader.
So I'm gonna roll something real quick. Okay. Oh, and so then Keith, his ears perk up real quick, right? And he's like, "Guys, I just heard it. Some lady, her purse just got snatched."
What?
Yeah, just down the street there. And then you see, like, running across the street, like over here. There is a dude who's running with a purse, and there's no sight of the lady because he's made some traction already. But yeah, he's running.
All right, so
Time to be a hero.
Day couldn't get any better, huh? And he run and Rye was like, well, fearless leader, let's go.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna give Rye the initiative here,
Okay.
and now I want you to roll a d6 plus 1 for this.
D6 plus 1.
Yeah.
You want me to move back to where I was?
No, you're good. 3. Okay, so you run to the intersection and you glance around a bit and you see the purse snatcher, and he is still running down. He's got a pretty decent headway on you, but you still might be able to catch up to him. So what's your course of action right here?
Burglar! Don't burgle her!
Oh gosh.
That's the song. I want to go up and I'm like, stop thief! And I'm gonna try and like catch up to him with my runnings.
Okay, so we're gonna now roll against each other. So
Another D6.
yes, but no plus this time, just a regular d6.
1d6. You got a 4?
Yep. 5. Okay, so you start running and you're feeling the energy in your legs. You're actually catching up to this guy, pretty good. And he's like, "Where the heck did you come from, kid?" And he's like still trying to like huff it down the street.
I'm like Goku sprinting on Snake Way with like the open palms.
Yeah. So, uh, how about the rest of you? Are you making chase, I imagine? Or what are you doing? Okay, so Keith, I'm gonna say he just kind of trots and like observes from the background. Like he's like, I could see the Power Rangers work. So,
I'm gonna get into a position where I can see the two, but like not necessarily be seen. Like I'm peeking around a corner.
okay. All right. So, how about Morgano?
I just blatantly walk out so I can see them.
Okay, just observing.
Yeah.
All right. So Warren's the only one giving chase. Warren, roll a d6. 2. Okay. So you're chasing, but these two are like mad sprinting. Like you're still like gonna keep eyesight with them, but they've got a really good lead on you. Like so.
I was built for endurance running, not sprinting.
So now I'm gonna have the robber. He turns around and 4. Okay. Rye. Like he's still running, but Rye, I need you to roll as well.
Another D6.
Yes. This one though, again, no plus, just a regular d6.
Alrighty.
So 4, both 4. Okay. So the robber then he like stops, like short real quick, and he turns around and he pulls a gun out and he points it right at Rye. And he's like, "Look, kid, I'm not messing around. You better back off."
And at this point, can I do something to intervene?
If you want, sure.
All right, gonna spend a charge to knock the gun right out of his hand.
Okay, so I'll just let you do it, cause like he's a normal freaking dude. What's he gonna do? Like so yeah. Suddenly, there's a gust of wind, and it like knocks the gun right out of his hand, and he's like surprised, like, wait, what the heck? And so now, Rye, what's your course of action?
I want to kind of go up to him and be all like, stealing is wrong. And I'm doing, what do you call that thing where like you've got your fist in your open palm and you're kind of like smacking them together?
You're getting ready to punch the crap out of him.
I'm gonna.
Blobbering time.
Oh, hi, Ryo's here.
Alright,
Yeah, I'm just here to
Right.
watch.
He's here to watch. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna stack the furniture, as it were.
So you're just gonna start wailing on the guy?
I wanna punch him once.
Okay, roll a d6 plus 1, because I'm gonna count it as part of your cool strikes. Because why not?
Ready? Yeah, I do. It's like yeah, it's a cool strike. D6 plus 1, you said?
Yep. 3. Okay, so you punch him, and he doesn't like fall down or whatever, but you can clearly tell it hurts him. And he's like, okay, fine, I guess I'll just take care of you the old-fashioned way. And so he like knuckles up, and I'm gonna let Warren do an intervene here if he so chooses.
Right, duck.
Okay.
And that just from behind Rye is this 6-foot, like built like a linebacker guy, just coming out of nowhere and just arm bars him right in the head.
Ooh, okay, roll. I'm gonna say, yeah, roll a d6 plus 1. Go ahead.
D6 plus 1.
Yep.
Is that plus 1 counting for his brawny?
Yes. So, okay, so you charge and you lay this dude like clean out, like he is flat on his back. Just
You have
like,
delivered his pizza.
pretty much.
You have delivered his pizza.
Yeah. So yeah,
Like this is the finishing move that comes in from 3 different camera angles. Boom, boom, boom.
yes. So he's flat on his back, not holding the purse very tight anymore. Knocked clean out, and Keith is just watching. He's like, man, so cool. And then the lady from before who got her purse snatched, she catches up. And she goes up to Rye, and only Rye specifically. And she's like, oh, thank you, sir. That was so brave of you.
You're welcome. I hand her the purse.
How can I ever repay you? Young people these days, they need to be more like you.
No, don't worry about it.
you remind me of a lot of the Power Rangers. Thank you so much. And she like walks off.
And I'm like waving nicely.
And
And Warren somehow has a pair of zip ties and is now zipping this guy up.
and so Keith, meanwhile, he's like, I should probably call the police, and so he starts dialing. Meanwhile, though, Cassidy and her cameraman Devin roll around the corner, and Cassie's like, Devin, please tell me you got that. And Devin's like, yeah, Cass, I got it. That red-haired kid saved the day. And so, without really even asking, they just rush up to Rye and they like start like, you know, sprucing him up, fixing his hair and stuff. And they're like, all right, kid, you're on in 5 seconds. Be ready. And then, all right, 3, 2, 1, camera roll. We're here on the scene at Roltay, where a local hero just stopped a purse snatcher. Tell us, what's your name? And like, she holds the Rye up to Rye. The mic up to Rye.
I'm Rye Frecker.
Oh, please tell us every detail of this daring rescue you did.
Well, one of my buddies saw the robber, and you know I just started going ham, and me and my pals we took care of it. We got the purse back.
Wow. You heard it here, folks. The stunning hero arrived on the scene after noticing something was wrong, and she's like obviously like twisting the story, and noticed that there is crime in this city. We can rest easy knowing heroes like Rye are on the scene, and so more at 11. And so then they shut the camera, and she's like, "Yeah, you did good, kid. Good job."
Thanks.
So, and
I chime in and they're like, well, I gotta protect my friends after all.
so then the cops arrive and they grab the gun. They notice the guy is mysteriously already cuffed, and they're like, cool, convenient, and they just go off. So now things have cleared out, and Keith runs up and he's like, yeah, that was really cool, guys. Good stuff.
Warren's working his arm in a, like, yeah, what do you call it? Like a helicopter motion, just like working out, because he hit that guy really hard.
Yeah,
So he's doing stretches
Yeah.
just stretching his elbow out, basically.
and shoulders.
Yeah, that
It's
too.
important.
And the knees and the toes.
No, he only used his arms. Right?
Knees and toes.
Yeah. The Guardian. He speaks only to Rye. And he says, well, no, he speaks to both Rye and Warren. My bad, I misspoke. And he says, very nice work, you two. I see you two are growing accustomed to your new jobs.
Thanks.
I mean, not necessarily. That was just a purse snatcher.
We
Not
really
exactly
found
a
out.
existential threat.
Every little bit to help counts.
Fair.
You know, I have the distinct feeling that I'm not getting any credit for me helping out.
So, and then the Guardian then speaks to Tamaki and says, Tamaki, I need
Yeah.
you to come back to the hall to continue your training. You've been slacking lately.
Yes, Guardian, beam me up.
And so he does, just instantly poof. And then Keith, not knowing what that is, he's like, whoa, what the? She can teleport? Like,
Yes.
Instant transmission?
so now she's in the hall. You all are together. And Keith then again goes up to, like, he's kind of like dancing around the group because he's excited. And he's just like, okay, so what's next on the Ranger schedule?
Well, I'm heading back to work.
And Keith looks at his watch and he's like, huh, yeah, it is getting a little later on the day, huh?
Yeah, this has been a bit of an extended lunch, so not being a ranger ain't all saving the day. Sometimes you just gotta live your life. You keep out of trouble, Keith.
Oh yeah, will do. And he like salutes you.
Rye, Morgana. Till the next time. And he, walks off.
Take care, Warren.
Peace.
And so Warren goes back off to his auto shop to work. And Morgana, what are you going to do?
Back to finish shopping because I literally just dropped everything to run over here.
Gotta go pick all those groceries back up.
Gotta make sure no one stole all my groceries.
Mm-hmm.
So, alright. So, Morgana's going back to Edsmart.
It's Mart.
Yes. And so Keith's like, actually, I should probably get back to my folks. They're probably wondering where I'm at around this time. So, I'll catch you later, right? Let's hang out sometime. And he puts his fist up for like a fist bump.
I do a fist bump.
He's like, thanks. And so he then runs off to wherever he lives. I'm just gonna say he lives over here, because why not? Now, Rye, you're by yourself. And, what are you gonna do now that you're by yourself?
Let's see. I look at my fist, my hand. I make a fist, and I'm all like, gotta protect them better. And then I'm all like, time for pizza.
So where does he go to
Gotta
get
protect
pizza?
the pizza.
Does Tamaki's restaurant have pizza?
Uh,
Yes.
you know what? Sure.
I'm gonna go to Itamaki and get some
Itamaki.
pizza.
It's named after me, even though it's my grandma's restaurant.
Itamaki Grandma's. I'm gonna go to Itamaki Grandma's. And
Bruh.
Igramakis.
Igramaki hops. I'm gonna get me some pizza.
So you
Pizza.
run in there, and so now I'm gonna say a little bit of time passes. You're enjoying your lunch, or lunch or whatever, because of how it'd be like 5-ish by now. So I'm gonna have you now. I know we agreed on it's always one, but for the sake of fair play, roll a d6 for perception. Just
Okay. Oops.
Anyways.
3. Okay. Alright, so
Wait, hold on. Is he really electing to take a 1 on all perception?
that was established!
Actually, it was
Okay,
established
calm
when he
down.
wasn't
I wasn't here for these sessions. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
No. Actually,
It-
this happened during the last hero session, and he actually was not here for this, so
Yeah.
he has not agreed to it himself.
No, I told him about that.
It's
You
fine.
did?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if because
Yeah.
he wasn't here when this happened.
No, I wasn't just gonna
didn't know.
force that on him. Like, no.
That's,
I mean,
it's
Like,
fine.
I think the just take a one thing is just going to be for, like, meme stuff or stuff that isn't entirely relevant.
Pretty much, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, he rolled a
Still
3.
perplexing, but alright.
So, alright, so you're enjoying your pizza. I'll let you decide what kind it is.
Meat lovers, baby.
Of
No,
course.
no.
What?
Pepperoni, green pepper.
You're enjoying your spicy pizza because you're fire type, and you look out the window, and you see a familiar set of kids. These two brothers, or you're assuming they're brothers at least. And I think I might have forgot to mention this part to you, Ryan, when you asked for the recap. But last session, Rye tried and failed to help 2 kids get their cat out of a tree. Okay?
Was this during the last session?
Yes. So, you look out and you see these 2 kids. You recognize them, and yet again, their cat has jumped on a really high place. We're gonna say it's like a ledge of a nearby building, and just that they can't get it down, and they're just like, "Oh, come on!" And so, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go out and help.
Okay, so you go and you walk out, and what do you say to these two upon arriving on the scene?
I see your cat's up there again.
And
Those cats are crazy.
and the two kids just look at you. One of them goes, "Yeah, gross. You know, we're better off by ourselves. You can go on if you want."
No, let me help. I can get it this time.
All right.
I was off my game.
All right, roll a d6 to see if you can get this cat.
1.
And I'm gonna say -1 as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Now he gets a 0.
Dang. Okay. So Rise, like, I got this, and how describe how you get this cat down from this ledge.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be as clueless anime pro tag as I can be. I do those things where like you kind of hop on the tree with like your arms and legs kind of hugging it, and I'm like scooting myself up, and I'm all like, "Come here, cat!" And like I do that, and I'm like trying to grab the kid. I'm like trying to do like one of those like underbelly scoop things.
Okay.
Does this roll mean I am able to
Yes.
get the cat? So I do one of those. I scoop down, and I kind of gently slide down, resting on my booty on the ground, and I'm all like, "Here's your cat," holding it kind of out to you
Oh,
or to them.
Rye can't catch a break. Okay, so I rolled, and Rye, as soon as you hold the cat out, and you're like, "Here you go," the cat immediately like flips around and like claws you across the face, and and so it then hops off and runs off, and the two kids, because they're snot-nosed kids, they're just like, "Weirdo," and they just walk off. Like, so yeah. Now let me see where we're at here. Okay, so Rise Day continues, and this is where we start getting to the parts where me and Ryan agreed on would just kind of auto happen. Rise Day continues. He continues to run around the city, like purposely looking for people who need help. And even if it's like minor, like someone's like, "Oh no, I dropped a quarter," you know, like, so he'll be there to pick it up. However, as he keeps going, things just kind of keep, you know, being mishaps. So like, freaking, if someone say accidentally like dropped something in a trash can, he would like go to reach, but then he would trip, so the trash would be like all over him, you know, stuff like that. And
Or even worse, like I bring it out and it's like, "Here you go." It's like, "Dude, that's my garbage."
right, is stuff like that. And I'm not gonna say he takes damage, but he's definitely getting like nicked up a little bit, you know, like it's showing some wear.
Probably
Say what?
dirtied up with like scuffs and whatnot.
Yeah, and so yeah, he's running all around and just like looking for stuff to do, essentially. And so the Guardian then he's currently watching Tamaki, you know, fight fake enemies and whatnot, and he like diverts his attention for a split second, trusting that she'll keep going. But I'll leave it up to Tom if she does or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep training.
So, and he kind of focuses in on Ryan. He's like, "Rye, is something the matter?"
I'm just trying to, do my part. Try to help people as best as I can.
I see. Has anything dire come up? Have I maybe not sensed something?
No, not really. I mean, I kind of helped a cat.
I
and
see.
That guy earlier, I thought dropped his newspaper.
So, and so then the Guardian's like, well, you are trying to do something good, I suppose. Let me see if I can sense anything. And so he puts his hand to his head, focusing a minute, and he goes, it's a good thing I decided to do this. It seems we have some enemies approaching the city. I will call the other rangers for you as backup if you wish to stay
No.
still.
Don't call them.
I
don't want them to get hurt. All right.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well,
It's my duty as the Red Ranger to be able to pull my own weight. And if I can't pull my own weight, I can't expect them to do the same for me.
well, if you feel this is the best way to go about things, I won't stop you.
I do.
Very well then. And so then you don't feel the sensation in your head anymore, so you know the Guardian is like done talking. So then he continues to watch Tamaki train, but he's obviously thinking about something. So
Hey, Guardian, you seem a bit lost in thoughts. Something up?
I'll get back to you on that. 40 more push-ups.
Fine.
So,
I don't know why I have to do the push-ups while I'm fighting fake enemies, but okay.
Excuse me.
and then all of the like fake putties promptly sit on Tamaki's back. So I imagine her push-ups aren't really going anywhere.
Hold on.
You're gonna roll it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And since this is ranger training, I'm gonna use a ranger roll.
Yeah, that's fair. 8. Okay. So you actually are managing to like do your push-ups, but it's like slow ones, like 1, 2, you know. So.
Oh, I gotta ask. Is the Australian death machine music playing in the background?
I mean, I can edit that in. Like.
That'd be hilarious.
It's not-
I have a perfect song for that whole situation.
All right. Well, send it to me later, and I'll put it in the YouTube version, or the whatever I decide to upload this to version. But okay, so Rye rushes to the edge of town. Let's say they're coming in from the train tracks. Why not? So I'm gonna move Rye over here,
Okay.
and you arrive on the scene, and you kind of stare down the tracks because the Guardian gave you the general sense of where the threat's coming from. And you continue to stare, and you see it. You see a wave of familiar sludge slowly coming down the tracks, right towards you. So, since you have initiative, and I'm busy moving tokens anyway, what are you gonna do right now?
I feel like it would be in my best interest to go ahead and morph.
Well then, what little phrase do you have for us this week, if any, to try and morph?
My phrase. My phrase this week is. Hold on.
Your phrase is
Oh,
hold
yeah.
on.
No, my phrase is because based on what you told me, I'm trying to think of one that's kind of stupid.
Yes.
Let's see. Yes, we have no bananas.
Okay. And so then with an explosion of fire, Rye transforms into the red Cosmic Ranger.
And a random banana just kind of like smacks him in the head just out of nowhere.
Yes. So, okay, Rye, you're morphed, and you have initiative. So, I'm gonna say turn order is you, and then the 4 parasites back and forth. There's no really reason to roll it, so.
So me, then the 4 parasites, then me again.
Yes.
Did we get our weapons?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Only Warren has his as of right now.
Only okay. I wanna. Can I use 2 charges to engulf both of my fists in flames?
Sure. Go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. What color is the charge again? Is that the red one?
That's the red one, yes. And I'm gonna say because you expelled 2, it's a particularly strong fire that you're charging both your fists with.
Okay.
So
Whoops.
10 minus 2 over 10.
There we go. So I'm gonna do that, and then I wanna like punch one of them.
Okay, so you rush up to one, and you're gonna deliver that one. Okay,
Sure.
and go ahead and roll roll 4d6 to hit.
4d6. Oink. 10.
10. Okay, literally can't beat a 10. So now roll the same amount for damage.
10 again.
Oh, nice. Okay, so yeah, you deliver a fearsome punch straight to the leading one, and you definitely inflicted a good amount of damage on it. But now another one goes to flank because you're by yourself, so it can get around real easy. And I'm gonna roll to hit, and then you have to roll against it -1. So beat a 3 with your 2 die.
3.
Yep.
2d6 you said?
Yes.
Okay. 2d6 minus 1.
Yes. 5. Okay. So it comes to stab you from behind, but you sense it coming and you dodge out the way. So next up, another one tries to get another angle on you, and we're gonna do same as before. So beat a 5 this time.
7.
7. Okay, you're still managing to dodge, but you're starting to lose freedom of movement here. So now we have yet another one coming around, and yet again we're doing the same dance here. So beat a 4.
Damn.
3. Okay. So you've managed to dodge the 2, but during the momentum of you dodging that second one, the third one comes up and scrapes you across the chest for, let's see how much damage.
Ouch.
4 damage. So take that to your armor. Like a spark flies and you feel it, but you're not like in any mortal danger at the moment.
Okay, minus 4 to the blue, right?
Yes. And now for the final one, the one you punched. Same as all the other ones. Beat a 3.
1.
Oh, okay. So while you're being hit from the other, another comes up to you and slashes you once more. This, however, you've kind of braced yourself for impact, so like you barely feel it because you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
So just take 1 damage to your armor. But yeah, now you are surrounded on all sides. What are you gonna do?
I want to try and use another charge or whatever.
Okay.
To try to burn the one that I just hit. I want to try and that I've done damage to. I want to try and burn their face off.
They don't have a face, but I get your intent. So okay, use a charge and then roll 3d6.
Okey doke. Regular 3d6, right?
Yes.
Okay, blink. 13.
Okay, he can't beat a 13, so you hit him. So roll damage, same dice. 14, nice, okay. So you once again charge up one of your fists and deliver a fearsome blow. This one being even better than the last one, and you're feeling you're making at least some good progress here. Two of these parasites decide to warp together, and they spiral around each other really fast to form like a drill, to just drill right at you. So, wow. Okay, so beat a 3, do 2d6 minus 2 now.
2d6 minus 2.
Yep.
7.
Okay, so looks impressive, but you managed to still shoot yourself out the way. Although you're really not in any vantage point, so to speak.
Yeah.
So now the other two, they instead decide to attack you from different angles. So one from the front, the other from the side. And they're just trying to stab you the traditional way, but it is still qualifying as a team attack. So I'm going to do 2d6 here. Same as before, beat a 9 this time.
Alrighty. 2d6. 6 minus 2. 7.
7. Okay, so now gonna roll for damage.
8.
And yeah, so take 8 to your armor, or well, 5 from your armor and then 3 from your health.
Okay.
And so yeah, they slash you up good. And now you're actually starting to kind of feel it. Like again, you're not in like any danger, but you're noticing these things are definitely putting up a heck of a fight on you. So what are you gonna do now?
I'm not able to attack them all at once, am I?
If you expel, I'm gonna say 2 charges and you can do a burst attack.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I do like the thing that Goku has done a couple times, where like he crosses his arms like, and,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so do 46 to hit.
16.
16. Okay, so none of them can beat a 16, so same for damage.
Okay. 11.
Nice. Okay, so you managed to burn one of them away. The others, however, just kind of, take regular damage. So let me just do that real quick.
There are 3 left now.
Yes, there are now 3 left.
Oh, sweet.
And you freed up some of your ground.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna yeet him over here for now.
Yay!
Yeah.
Kinda.
But now that you just for a little bit of lighthearted effect, I'm gonna say after you do your burst, you realize, wait a minute, I just burned the train track.
No, the train track.
Yeah. So now, these 3 parasites, noticing one of their buddies is down, now all of them are teaming up, and they swirl around each other and fire a giant barrage of spikes in your general direction, just kind of like a spread. Okay.
Okay.
So now you're gonna roll 2d6 minus 3, beat a 13. You can't. So it spreads over and hits you for 9.
Okay.
And again, classic Power Ranger fashion, as each spike passes by you or scrapes you or hits you, sparks are flying everywhere.
I'm flaming like, oh!
Yeah.
Oh!
Exactly. Yeah. So, how are you gonna respond to this onslaught?
So they all have the same
HP right now, yes.
the same. Let's see. Let me look at my character sheet.
Okay.
I had we started with 80 HP, right? That was
Yes.
okay. I don't think I can use my morphed ability yet. I'm going to. I want to use both a charge to charge up my fist with fire, and I also want to do a cool strike with it.
Okay.
So, this one in the center, the one that's to my left,
Okay.
I wanna just like knock them fancy.
All right. So 3d6 plus 1. Go for it.
Alrighty. -1 charge too, right?
Yes. Obviously.
You said 3d6 plus 1.
Yes.
3d sizzle plus whizzle
Mm-hmm.
5.
Okay. So he has a chance of beating a 5, but it's not a very good chance. So 1. Yeah. Okay. So roll damage now. Same die.
Okay. 5 again.
So you're feeling a little winded, and you charge your fist up with fire again, and you lunge forward and you hit him, but you can kind of tell that it's not affecting him as bad as what you were doing before. So now these 3 yet again are going to try and team up on you. 2 of them are going to try and grab your legs, and then the one you just hit is going to try and reform and stab you.
Mhm.
So alright, so now roll your 2d6 -4. You can't beat an 11 that way. So
Okay.
this happens, and I'm gonna roll for damage. 9. So
Ouchies.
yeah.
59.
Yep. And so the one that stabs you, it didn't pierce you because your suit protected you, but it sticks to you. They're definitely now attempting to eat you. So what are you gonna do about this?
I wanna. I have two ideas, and I'm trying to figure out which one I want to do.
Okay.
Because I assume I probably can't do like the cool strike. That's just like one hit, right? That's what we agreed on. That's just like a one target kind of thing.
Uh. Hmm. I'm gonna consult our code GM here. I think he should be allowed to do it for an AOE. What do you think, Ryo?
What's he planning to do?
I'm assuming he wants to do like a multi-target attack, but he wants to apply his cool strikes thing to it.
If it's a melee-oriented elemental application, then fine. Like, fuse your weapon with fire, do a wide swing or something.
Okay, yeah, I think that's fair.
Because with my morphed ability, it said, for every 20 HP loss, I gain 1 die to hit and damage, and then it caps at 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that and the cool strikes, that would put it at +2, wouldn't it?
Yes.
No, you get a die, not +1 for lost HP.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it would be 3d6 plus your 1. So
3d6 plus my 1.
yeah.
I want to try that then.
And
Okay.
3d6 also applies to your damage as well. So
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll try that.
it's a good ability. You're welcome.
So I should just roll the 3d6 plus 1.
How are you attacking? Describe it first.
I want to do like you said that if I do this, I can throw in the like elemental thing into it, can I?
If you so choose, that'll put it up to 4d6 plus 1. Yeah.
I mean, if you want it to be an AOE, you kind of have to.
Yeah, let's do that because since I don't have my sword, I have to use my
All right, so you're gonna expel a charge to just do like a fire burst around you.
Yeah, like
All right. So 4d6 plus 1 to hit.
18.
All right, they can't beat an 18, so go ahead and roll damage.
Sweet. 12.
12. All right, none of them are dead, but you definitely got them all off you. You're not in threat of being eaten right now. So good job on that.
It'd be a bummer, but it's 46 flat for damage. Cool strikes only adds to hit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, well, whatever. Doesn't matter that much. So,
yeah, consistency. You gotta GM the things.
well,
I can re-roll.
no, you're fine. You're fine.
Why would you have to re-roll for a basic subtraction? Don't worry about that.
Yeah, like, it's not a huge deal. No. Okay, so now they're all weak. They're all getting quote-unquote desperate. Again, these things don't really think traditionally. So now they're just dispensing all pretense, and they all just kind of leap at you all at once. So there we go. 15. With your current detriments that we've agreed on, you can't beat that. So let's do damage.
Okay.
14.
I'm getting the owies.
Yep. So yeah, they're all like slapping you like around right now. So what are you gonna do about this?
Can I tell them to stop?
I mean, if you want to try diplomacy, go ahead, and I'll spoil it for you. It ain't gonna work, but like.
Yep, diplomacy always a great option.
Plan Xander is not an option right now. Just saying.
Shit.
I wanna do a fire punch to the one to the left of me, because I think that one has the least amount of HP, right?
Yeah, is his HP not visible? Did I not do that?
I don't.
Oh, nope, that one doesn't have it. My bad.
Oh no.
My bad. I messed up on that.
Okay. So I want to do that to another charge, I assume.
Okay, well, if you're gonna expel a charge for it, I'm just gonna straight up say you destroy him because, like,
Okay.
he has nothing anyway. You know, so
Alrighty.
okay, you expel a charge and he is incinerated, totally. So now you've just got 2 more of these guys to deal with. Let me just make
Okay.
sure this one is nope. Okay, there. Okay, so now these two, they're still working together, and they're on opposite sides of you, so they like only. Well, no, Ryan, you should know what I'm about to describe. I was about to say only Ryo would know, but no. Ryan, you should know this. So, like the Shadow Devil, they form walls on opposite sides of you and then shoot pieces of themselves back and forth.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh God, no.
yeah. Oh, you
Don't
know,
worry, it's just impact damage.
you know that, Joe.
Yes.
Okay, good. So 4. Okay, you have a shot for this one. Roll your 2d6 minus 4.
2d6 minus quadruple.
Mm-hmm. Well, nope. Okay, so rolling damage. Ooh, take 11.
Ouchies.
Ow.
Yeah.
See what he, see what
I'm
he's
okay,
at.
guys.
Nope. Fuck.
Alright, so I'm gonna say that this is like an action sequence going on. They're still shooting back and forth, and you're like taking hits. How are you responding to the oncoming onslaught that's happening to you right now?
Can I expel the remaining of my charges to do like a super like fire force field thingy?
Sure. Are you using it solely for defense, or are you trying to like do an outward attack with it?
I'm trying to kind of primarily I'm trying to kind of push them off of me and maybe do a teensy bit of damage if I can.
I'm gonna say only use 1 charge then, if that's all you're gonna do with it.
Alrighty.
And I'll say too that again, this will be automatic. I'll say you use some of your energy and you create like a flame bubble around you, similar to the Nenmaster, and it singes some of their pieces and they kind of catch on and they stop like shooting at you. And now I'm gonna give you the chance to counterattack, however you so decide.
I'm gonna pull out my great ball and throw it now. I'm going to I'm going to I'm gonna I'm gonna punch one of them.
You're just gonna exit the bubble and punch one?
Yeah.
Alright, so roll your 2d6. Well, actually, no. You've lost a good amount of HP. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So roll 4d6 plus 1 for...
4d6 plus 1. 16.
Alright, so now do the same for damage.
And that's without the plus 1, right?
Yes,
Or-
yes.
oh,
23, dang. Okay, so gonna yeet this one off. He's done. And now you're mano a mano. And this final one, not really too much else it can do. It just kind of forms itself into a spike and leaps at you. So beat a 4 with your 2d6.
2d6 minus 4, right?
No, just regular 2d6. Go for it.
Okay. 7.
Okay, so you manage to notice it coming up behind you, and you dodge out the way. How do you counterattack?
I am going to throw a fireball at it using the remaining charge.
Okay, and since you're using a charge, I'll just say, because he's only got 7 health, he's done. Like, just boof.
Okay.
You blast him, and he's done. He's over. So, needless to say, you're feeling pretty weak right now since you've only got 34 health and no armor, no charges. And so you feel the strength kind of being sapped from you as you demorph. And and yeah, you're probably not in the best of shape. And I'm gonna say that Rye, how are you feeling right now? I gotta ask.
I'm tired, but I'm proud of myself that I was able to take down 4 of the little slimy guys by myself. So I'm all like, I did it. I'm worth something. Yes.
All right, and so then Rye, almost literally dragging himself, shambles back to town. And as he does, that is where the screen begins to, again, if this were a TV show, this is where the screen starts to fade and we go to our commercial
Sorry,
break.
cut out. That's where what happens?
Commercial
That's where
break.
the commercial break.
Yep.
Okay.
It's time for Ask a Ranger. Dear Rangers, what makes a good Red Ranger?
A good Red Ranger? Ooh,
Well,
that's
that's actually really interesting. This question, because I was thinking about this the other day. Because I was hanging out with my new BFF Rye, and I think a good
Yeah.
Red Ranger is a guy who's perceptive, and he knows what to do in any given situation. He's a real tactician, a real dude who just knows what's best for everyone involved. Not afraid to take charge.
yeah, and to kind of go off of that, I also think that a good Red Ranger does...
I think that actually a good Red Ranger should be charming and charismatic, someone who really knows how to lead their team.
Yeah, exactly, that's true. But also, I think a good Red Ranger is...
No, my good Red Ranger should be strong.
Yeah, that's true, and I also think that a good Red Ranger
A
is...
good Red Ranger must be able to live with decisions that could dramatically alter their life, the lives of their team, and the lives of countless innocent civilians. They must live with these decisions for the rest of their lives. That's what I think is good in a Red Ranger. Yes.
Yeah. So, what do you think, buddy? That's all the time we have.
Man,
See you
what's
next
going
time.
into him?
We're back from our commercial break. Rye is still shambling down the train track. I was about to say racetrack. That would not be wise.
Heading up to the
Traveling
racetrack
down the
right
train
there.
tracks with a dog and a cat.
Okay, so I'm gonna say where is everybody right now? I'm gonna ask once more.
Time. What time is it?
I'm gonna say it's about 5:30ish p.m.
Okay.
I imagine I'm still in the Hall of Heroes, but I'm probably done training for now. I get to take a break and watch the Netflix.
Okay, what season have you started watching?
I imagine like Tamaki has been doing like Megaforce between like any time she had a break, so she's probably like on season 2 somewhere in there.
Okay, all right, fair. And what about Morgana? What's she up to?
I'm trying to think. 5 o'clock. Probably home. At home.
Okay, which house is hers? Please choose.
I think I've already chosen before, but I don't remember. Which
I don't
one.
remember my own home.
Heck it, evict someone.
Okay, fine. 11.
Yeet someone out of their house. This is Morgana's now.
Sorry, Keith, you gotta go.
Sorry, Tom.
Bruh.
Alright, Warren is still at work, although his shift is going to probably be ending soon, I would assume. Well, actually, no, we established that his shift ended at like 8, I think, right? Didn't we? Like 7 or
Wouldn't
8,
put
I
it past
think?
his boss to give him overtime, though.
Yeah. I'm going to say he's just still at work, whatever. By the way, guys, Wise had to go. So I'm going to be controlling Warren for the rest of the episode. I'll try to do good. We'll see, though. And Keith is at home just kind of chilling. Not really doing anything. He's staying safe. So, alright. So, the Guardian then floats to Tamaki. I'm gonna say she just finished an episode, right?
Alright.
And he floats down to her and he goes, "So, Tamaki, have you learned anything by observing our history?"
Well, certainly interesting that there's quite the history behind it. I honestly didn't know where to start. I don't think you've ever, like, went in detail of how the archive is actually organized, so I just kind of chose a gate.
Ah, yes. There is really no function. Whenever a new ranger team spawns and their story is deemed finished, a new gate simply appears here in the hall.
So a team story has to be finished in order for them to have a gate.
Yes.
Well, that answers one of my questions, because I wanted to know if we had our own archive.
Unfortunately not.
Hmm.
Not yet, I bet.
Hey, Guardian.
Yes.
These rangers, they're able to access the powers of previous rangers. Do you ever think that they'll have access to our own keys?
Perhaps, should you ever meet one of them, they shall.
I suppose that would be a neat thing to find out.
And so they both kind of turn towards the screen and continue to watch. And we pan to Rye. Rye, I'm going to say, has made it safely back to town. What's his next course of action, considering he's kind of shambling?
He wants to go back and check on his pizza.
Yeah, that's probably burnt by now.
Well, it was done and he was eating it when he dropped it, so, like...
Back to Tamaki's grandma's restaurant.
By all means, go for it.
Tamaki Grandma's restaurant hop.
Yes.
Okay,
So,
going over there.
Yep. You enter the door and only Tamaki's grandma is working at this point. It's not too busy today, being a Thursday and all. And she goes, "Oh dear, you're back.
Yeah.
Are you alright?"
Yeah, just work stuff. Hey, is my pizza anywhere?
Well, no. We thought you had left a few hours ago. We thought you had finished.
Oh, well then I guess I'll order another pizza.
Oh, very well, dear. And so she kind of just goes and back and starts to make it. And she's like, "You know, dear, they say someone came in yesterday and said that my pizza reminded them of Jungle Karma Pizza. Have you ever had them?"
No.
Strange name. And so she just continues to work. So, now, I'm gonna say, because it's a slow day around the city, Warren gets off early. Ryo's quote. That happened. And who is massaging me? Pizza 2! Yes. And so Warren leaves like, "Thanks, Ray, catch you later." And he walks off, and he's just kind of like, "Well, I guess I'll see what the others are up to," and he kind of just makes his way around town. Meanwhile, the Guardian now senses where Rai is, and he speaks to Rai, and he goes, "So, Rai, I see you defeated the oncoming threat. Good work.
Thank you.
Are you sure you're all right?"
Yeah, I'm just a little winded. I'll feel better in a few hours, a few days, maybe.
I see. Well, enjoy your night, I suppose.
Thank you.
And he cuts off communication, turns towards Tamaki, and he says, "You know, Tamaki, I just had a thought. Don't you have a restaurant to run?"
Usually this is around the time my shift ends anyway.
And before she can even finish her sentence, he just poofs her back into the restaurant.
Oh, okay, or that. Thanks, Guardian. It's not like I was doing anything.
Nope. So, yeah, she poofs right there, and I'm gonna assume you see Rai there just kind of like dying on a table. Up to you, though.
Oh, Right. When did you get here and what happened?
Hi, Tamaki. I just got off of some major ranger business. Wink, wink.
I
It hurt.
see. If it was major, then why didn't you call any of us?
I took care of it. I didn't want you guys to have to get hurt.
Yeah, but like, dude, we're a team.
Yeah, but I gotta take care of my buddies.
I mean, I appreciate the thought, but like, we work better as a unit.
Alright, so Alright, so at this point, Rye, roll a d6 for me.
Okay. 1d6.
2.
2.
Oh. Okay. So it's at this point, Rye, due to a mix of being tired, being hungry, being frustrated, and, having the crap beat out of him. All not very good for people's nerves. He starts to get a bit annoyed because clearly Tamaki just doesn't understand, quote unquote. So, go ahead and handle that how you feel.
Okay. Let's see.
And if you need a refresher on what we kind of talked about the other night, Ryan, just message me. I'll type it to you.
I've got it written down.
Okay.
Well, as the Red Ranger, it's my duty to protect you guys. I don't, if I need to be able to, do my part as well. I can't afford you guys getting hurt on my behalf. I don't know.
Look, we can't afford you getting hurt on our behalf.
You poopy head. No. It's like, yeah, whatever. I kind of just like shrug her off and go back to, I guess, eating my pizza.
Which just got served.
Look, I'm not here to lecture you or anything, but consider the following. If you want to be our leader, then you gotta learn to act like a team with us. We're not gonna listen to you if you don't respect us.
And so it's at this point that the frustration's really getting to Rye. And again, this is kind of just me leading into something Ryan and I talked about. And he even though Tamaki didn't really have a big tone, he's kind of taken it that way because of his nerves, right? And so he's like, you know what, fine. And he kind of just slams money on the table and he runs off. So.
And leaves the pizza.
Yep, again. That poor pizza.
Tamaki will put it in a to-go box and, like, keep it in the fridge.
And throw it at him next time she sees him. Oh wait, that's just me.
And so, as Rye's running along, Warren sees Rye running past, but he's kind of curious, but he's just like, I guess Rye's just doing his thing again, and he kind of just wanders off the other way, seeing if he can find something to kill the night with. And Rye runs back to the place that gives him the most comfort, the train station. Yep. And so, while there, he sees that the red train is still there, and he stares at it again. And then we get a very, very, like, quick flash of the scene we saw in a previous episode of young Rye clutching a model train in his arms. And so it's then that Rye hears a voice. And he says, oh, hey there. What's your name? My name's Light. Nice to meet you. And he holds out his hand for a handshake. But in the other hand, he's like holding a slice of pizza that he's been munching on.
I shake his hand and I'm all like, Rye?
Oh.
I'm kind of at a, I don't really know what this guy wants, so like.
Oh. And then Light, like, notices the expression on Rye's face. He's like, oh, my bad. And he reaches down and there's a pizza box and he's like, you want a slice? So,
his mood shifts immediately.
Hey, yeah, so, I'll cut to it. The big guy told me to come talk to you.
Yeah?
Yeah, Mr. Guardian Ranger of Time or whatever. He kinda expressed concern. Has things been okay?
Yeah, things are fine. I'm just trying to protect my team.
Well, well, that's really nice of you and all. How's that been going?
Been doing okay so far. I don't know. One of my friends doesn't really seem to appreciate it, though.
Really?
Yeah, she went on some spew about, working as a team and, like, I want to work as a team, but, like, if they get hurt, I'd never be able to forgive myself. I feel like it would be all my fault if something happened, and I just gotta get stronger. I gotta really hit it hard.
Well, that's important and all, but, right, you do know that if they were also chosen to be Rangers, they all have the same capability you do, right?
Well, yeah, but shouldn't I, make sure they're okay too?
Well, yeah, but what good are you as their leader if you're gone? So, and he's speaking very casually, and he's like, besides, you think any of the other Raid Rangers did everything all by themselves?
By golly, you're right.
Yeah, so just remember, okay? Being Red's not about always being the strongest or even the smartest. It's just about being able to bring everyone together. So,
Yeah.
and it's then that the Guardian speaks into the mind of both Rye and Light, and he goes, I'm sorry to break this up, but there's an even bigger threat on the horizon at the edge of the city. You're needed.
Uh-oh.
And Light's like, oh, well, some action. Come on, man, let's go. And he, like, grabs Rye by the wrist and, like, pulls him along. So as they go, the threat's not too far away, actually, because as they continue to run, some familiar gigantic footsteps that rattle the earth are happening. And so, let me pull these tokens over. And these guys are humongo, so I gotta arrange them properly. Close
Okay,
enough.
boys.
So,
Oh.
Jeez.
so two giant elite parasites are stomping in at the entrance to the city. And there's the familiar scene of people shouting in panic, running off in the opposite direction. And Light's like, so, Red Ranger, are you ready for this?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, show me what you got.
Okay. I don't think I can morph, can I?
No, I'll let you. Go ahead.
Okay. I morph, and I'm just all like, I morph that way.
Alright, so since you've found the energy to remorph, I will let you refill your armor back to full.
Okay.
So,
10, right?
yep.
Okay.
So let me yeet Light over here real quick. And he's like, hey, that's pretty cool, man. Check out my morphing sequence. And you see him just kind of, he poses with his forearm facing forward, and you see this this weird, like, train-looking device on his wrist. And the two parasites, they're not waiting. They're rushing right at you. And he's not doing anything. And as they rush, he goes, alright, it's morphin' time. And he flips a switch on the bracelet, and you hear a voice, and it says, please not cross the white line while morphing sequence is initiating. And sure enough, a white line shoots across the ground and creates a force field, blocking the two monsters.
Damn.
And in a flash of light, he has morphed into his own Red Ranger, the Prism Express red, and with a pose, he shouts, "All right, Prism Ranger 1, red!" and he's ready to go. And he's like, "All right, you sure you got this, man?"
Dude, you're a train ranger.
"Yeah, I'm the Red Ranger of Prism Express."
That's awesome.
And so... Ryo, shh. But,
Oh,
Right.
please. Only the people who already know are gonna know what that means.
I know, but still. So it's at this time that the Guardian also signals the other Rangers and tells them they are needed at the edge of town because, you know, giant monsters happening. So, yeah. Warren, wasting no time, begins to run over. But it's going to take him a sec to get there. So, Tamaki, Morgana, what do you two do?
More.
I'm gonna be like,
happening there.
all right, Grandma, I'm all done here. And then I'm just like out the door, and then like it's just the cut of like she runs out the door unmorphed, and just kind of like as soon as she's on the other side, she is morphed and running towards the scene.
Alright. And Morgana just morphs in her own home and then starts running.
Yeah.
Alright. So, as they're all making their way forward, I am gonna have... Now we all need to roll for initiative here, so... Light is like, alright, I'll lead off, you support me, okay?
Alrighty.
And so, he then makes a motion and, in a flash of light in his hand, forms a sword. And he's like, alright, let's see how they like my rail slasher. And he runs forward at one of them and goes to deliver a clean slash right at him. So 9. So let's see if the elite parasite can beat that. 11, it does. So he goes to he does a jumping slash at it, and the giant parasite actually like moves the back of its hand forward to shield itself, and the sword gets caught in its hand, and Light's like, man, what are these guys made of? And so now the other parasite, sensing his friend's really in no danger, goes for Rye now instead. And so it steps forward, and here is where I'm gonna say the other 3 rangers now all roll against each other to see who gets to intervene. So, or who reaches there first. So, okay, Warren's probably not gonna reach there first.
You know, since I'm like literally like I'm kind of like already there, like it's not that far, so can I get like some sort of like +1 on this?
Yeah, that's fine. You can roll with 1d6 plus 1. You were gonna win anyway. But like, alright.
Tamaki is ready.
Yeah, so how do you make your dynamic entrance on the parasite that's about to lunge for Rye?
Alright, so I see this thing like going up to attack Rye by the corner, and I'm just kind of like dashing through, and like I do a slide, and I just kind of like expend 2 charges, and just kind of like go to slice the thing's arm off, which I imagine it's trying to like grab Rye or something.
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
I'm just gonna try to like slice its arm off with like razor wind or whatever.
Alright, so since you have a surprise attack, roll 46 plus 1 for hit. It cannot beat a 19, so go ahead and do the same roll for damage. Yeah, like literally can't beat that. 16, okay. So yeah, you slide on in, and you, with a quick motion, fire a razor blade of wind that slices through its arm. It's a goo monster though, so the arm is slowly starting to reform. But you did prevent it from grabbing at Rye, so good job.
Hope I'm not too late, Red Rangers.
Oh hey, what? See, told you can rely on your buddies, Rye.
Tamaki, listen. I'm sorry. I think I really do need your help.
Let me guess. This one, and I just kind of like point over to Prism. This one was able to talk some sense into you, right?
Yeah.
And I just kind of turned to light. I'm just like, hey, I appreciate you looking out for my buddy.
Anytime, but who's gonna look out for me? And like, because he's been trying to like pull his sword out of the goo beast this whole time. The one he's facing just kind of then goes to like bap him, and let's see. So who? Warren will last. So now I'll have Morgana. How do you want to make your dynamic entrance?
I'll spend 2 charges.
Oh, okay. Just delete all your armor first.
Hit -2, but
I spend all my armor points.
oh, that's fine.
A thing we can do?
No, that's not a thing you can do. I know what you're thinking. Stop it.
I activate cast off, and now I'm faster, so I get an extra die roll for like 2 rounds.
I wish. Alright, but this ain't Kabuto. Yeah.
Spend 2 charges, and I'll summon a stone pillar plus 2.
Alright. So, big old stone pillar. Roll your same as what Tamaki did. Roll 4d6 plus 1.
Since it's offensive, is it a +2?
You know what? Sure. Yeah. Okay. He literally can't beat an 18, so roll damage. Same die.
Nice.
20 damage. Okay, so yeah, you totally took it by surprise and like you flung it back off of Prism Red. And he turns around and sees the Yellow Ranger there and gives her a thumbs. He's like, hey, thanks!
No problem. Just doing my job.
Alright, so, Rye, you're up. What are you doing?
I feel like all I can do is try and punch him.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you want to do, remember, your turn doesn't have to be spent doing combat. You can do other things.
That's true, Can I fall back a little bit?
If that's what you so wish.
I want to go
Mom, help!
Don't worry, Mom is here. Hey, Rye, you want to do a team attack? Because you could probably suggest that on your turn.
Okay, so I'll let you guys just go ahead and like do it now, if you want.
Okay. What do we roll for?
You both roll. Okay, Ryo, correct me if I'm wrong, but they both roll a 3d6 and then they take the best result, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's
and
what I
if
thought.
there were a third person, they'd be doing 46.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so.
Same goes for damage too, so.
Yeah. So, what are you guys gonna do as your team attack?
I'll let Rye lead on this one.
We could like do a thing where you propel me with your wind and I do a cool kick thing.
Yeah, that could work. Like, you
Just-
run up behind me, and then I'd kind of like spend a charge to like boost you, so you can get like some momentum behind you, and just kind of like deck one of these parasites in the face.
Fire Rye off like a missile.
So yeah, I guess that sounds like the plan.
Sure.
Okay, so expel a charge. Both of you roll your 3d6, and we'll take the best result.
3d6.
Yep. Alright, so 11 is the best to hit. Which one are you guys targeting specifically?
I guess parasite.
The one on the left? Okay. So he has a small chance of beating an 11. So let's see if he does. Nope. He does not beat an 11, so both of you now roll, and we'll take the best result for damage. Alright, so he takes 12.
Rocky cannot be stopped.
No, not at all.
Hey, at least you're doing consistent 12 damage.
So you fire Rye off like a missile, and it slices through the beast's other arm. Again, it's slowly starting to reform because it's a goo beast, but yeah, you're doing some good damage to this thing. And now, Prism Red is like, yeah, that's how you work as a team. I wish my teammates were here, but I can still work with them regardless. Check this out, guys. And he flips a switch on his train morpher, and he's like, all right, color transfer, blue, and he suddenly, his suit turns into a Blue Ranger outfit, and he pulls out a different weapon from before, this one being a gun. And he's like, this is my buddy's home trigger, check it out. And he takes aim at the parasite he's been fighting with, and fires a volley right at him. So 13. It can't beat a 13, so now roll damage. $17. So yeah, definitely punctured some holes in this thing. And both creatures are doing the familiar shrieking that they're known for. And
Wow.
yeah.
The ability to embody your other teammates' skills and abilities.
Yeah, so no matter how far we are apart, we know we can rely on each other. That's how it should be for all teams, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Except it sounds more like just all for one, and yeah.
Oh, well, if that's what you think, and wait, we'll talk later, and then one of the parasites lunges again. And now it's Warren's turn for intervention, and he is at this point morphed because he morphed while running in. And I'm gonna have him expel one charge. And he jumps in between them both, and he unleashes, for his neutral special, he wields a gun. Hi, Alex. And he unleashes his Roaring Wave attack. He jumps in, and he slams the ground, and a gush of water splits out from the ground and hits them both. Most likely. We'll see. Hold on. Roll 3d6, plus 1. 12. Even if they roll 12s, they're still hit by this. So I'm just gonna do the 2 rolls to determine something else. Okay, so they take damage, and now they both take 11. So not only are they knocked flying, they're also prone, meaning they can't move or dodge for this next turn.
Take turns when you get up.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, sorry I'm late, guys.
Better late than never.
And Light's excited. He's like, yeah, whole team's here. And so now, Rye, it's your turn. Light rushes over to you and he's like, hey, you believe in your friends now, right?
Yeah, I do.
Well, focus on those feelings and tell me what happens. And so you begin to focus and you feel this like sensation welling up inside you, like a fierce fire has been ignited in your soul. And from your hands forms a sword and a shield. And you now have access to your roaring strings, as you call them.
Whoa! Hey, nice job, Rye.
Thanks.
And so I'm gonna say you now have a +1 to all your rolls for the rest of combat.
Okay.
And you can apply a cool strike bonus on top of that too. So.
Alright, well. Looks like I'm closest to Parasite One, so if I want to put my weapon to use,
Alright. So roll your 2d6 +1.
7.
Alright. Can it beat a 7? Well, actually, it doesn't matter because he's prone. He can't move anyway. I don't know why I rolled. So, roll your damage. I'll let you re-roll it. My bad.
2d6, right?
Yes, +1.
Oh,
Go for
plus
it.
1?
Yeah. I'll just give you 8, or the 7. I'll just give you the 7, because that was a blunder on my part. Okay, so you run forward and you slash, and yeah, it can't really fight you back, so good job. So, and so then Light's like, yeah, see, as long as your guys' hearts are connected, you can do so many things, like this, and he flips the switch on his bracelet again. And he goes, alright, color transfer to yellow. And he then becomes yellow, and his next weapon is a hammer with signal lights on it. And he's like, alright, signal hammer, let's go. And the lights on the hammer flash. And he uses the hammer to pole vault himself over to the other parasite and slam down on it. So 9. And yeah, he just comes down and crashes down on it. And it's like, alright guys, how about you give it a try now? Focus on your feelings. Let that become power. And so, since Tamaki came in last time, I'm gonna let her have the turn here next.
Alright, so she's gonna try to, like, focus on her feelings, focus on, like, the urge to, like, protect her friends and, like, the innocent and whatnot. Like, the things that motivate her to be a hero.
And so, she feels like a rush through her body, and with a gust of wind, a spear forms right in front of her.
Whoa.
So what are you gonna do with this newfound weapon of yours?
Well, first I'm gonna grab the spear.
Yes. Probably important.
And I'm just like, hey, thanks. Now let's see what this thing can do. And she's gonna run up to the parasites, but not within melee range of its because she has a spear, she has the extra reach.
Yeah.
So she can make an attack against them from here.
Yep.
And like trying to see what this thing can really do. She's even gonna spend a charge to like put some extra oomph behind it.
Alright.
So that'll be 3d6 plus 1.
Yep. Go for it. 12. Okay, so unless this guy gets perfect roll, he doesn't. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Same thing, or?
Go ahead.
12.
Cannot be stopped. Okay, so with a mighty thrust, you basically do hurricane thrust from the tail series.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, you shred him up a good amount. And now I'm gonna say it's this guy's turn. He doesn't appreciate getting attacked from multiple fronts, so he shoots out spikes from all around his body to try and hit everybody. The only one who's not in range is Morgana. So everyone's gonna have to roll to defend against this. So
As well.
yes, you as well. So roll better than a 2.
I gotcha, fam.
1.
7.
8.
And Light, he rolls 3 die. He literally can't fail that. Even if he got all 1s, it would be 3, so he's fine. So now for Warren. 6. Okay. So Light, I'm gonna say he just kind of dances out of the way. Whereas Warren, he forms his hammer and just kind of twirls it in front of him to deflect the oncoming spikes.
Hey, since that's a crit fail, can like the monster have some sort of fumble?
Sure.
That's the other monster on it.
Well, even if it did, it wouldn't do anything. They sort of subsist off each other, so like. But all right, so in that swift motion, because Warren's also focusing his feelings just as he did when he first unlocked his ranger power. His hammer, which before was majority ice, now forms to be completely physical, and it takes on a new shape. And he's like, "Huh, all right, awesome." So now, Morgana, it's your move here. What are you doing?
I didn't try and use on the feeling that White was talking about.
Okay, so describe what's going through Morgana's head right now.
Best way to put it is just wanting to destroy the monsters. Pretty much.
Everyone else is like friendship, unity, goodness. Morgana must kill.
Are we sure this one isn't part of Chaos War?
Right.
I was actually about to ask.
Well, that's pretty much been the motivation for fighting is to get rid of them. They're pests.
So, I'm gonna fluff it here, if you don't mind, just to keep
Fine.
her with everyone else, even if only a little bit, okay? Are you okay with that?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so she's thinking like, I gotta take care of these guys. I gotta take care of these, not only for my duty as a ranger, but for Quinn. And he flashes in her head. And so it's at this point that a stone slab rises up in front of her, and embedded in that rock is an axe.
Roll to see if you become King Arthur.
He didn't use an axe.
So you now have the rock star in front of you, as we called it. So what do you do?
First, grab the axe.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only expect one charge. I'll launch myself in between for the parasites.
Okay.
And I will spend, let's say 4 charges.
Oh. Okay.
God,
I'm using Ren.
Okay.
Just to try and deal with both of them. Right here, right now.
Okay. So you jump in between, and you start spinning, which starts kicking up a dust storm. And you spent 4 charges, so roll 66 to hit.
Roll what? And you kind of cut out.
66.
Yeah.
They can't beat a 21.
God, I hope not.
Roll damage, same die. Okay, so you literally blow them away. Good job. We don't need -6 life. This is not 5th edition. Don't worry about that. So yeah, you killed them. Good stuff. And Light's like, yeah, glad to see you guys are all coming together. And
Yeah. I was thinking that we could use a bit more teamwork.
And Warren just kind of nods in agreement.
I'm sorry, guys.
Are you?
Nah, I'm sorry too. I shouldn't have been so hard on you.
So then you all feel a familiar sensation. And the Guardian goes, I'm sorry, but you all aren't actually done yet. There's more on the way.
Bring him on.
And
As long as we're together, we can keep going.
And, so, approaching from the other side of town is now more, parasites. And, as the Guardian puts, like, a sense of direction in your heads to point you in the right direction, suddenly, all of your cell phones ring at once. And the picture of a familiar fox boy shows up as the picture. Although, actually, hold on. I'm gonna flip a coin real quick, just to see, Okay, so it's not a picture of him. It's a picture of his orange pants. So, meanwhile, on the other edge of town, Keith is like, seriously, again? Like, he does not
Keith is like, bruh.
he does not understand why these things always spawn near him. Like, it just, he doesn't know, like, why? Why would they do this? Please, cease. Warren's like, alright guys, let's go, and he starts rushing the team, Light falling behind. So, now, we all get to roll initiative, yet again. So everyone go ahead and roll your d6. Rye is not ready.
I mean, he's been in fight after fight. Like, I don't blame the guy.
Right. So, alright, let me add you all and put your numbers there. Well, it's like, alright guys, follow my lead. And, yet again, he flips the switch on his brace. And goes, alright, color transfer, green! And he becomes green. And pulls out an axe. And he's like, alright, this is the tunnel axe, check this out. And with a mighty swing, a giant railway track bursts out from it and goes across to hit everyone in the line. So, I'm gonna say 12. So, the mini guys, they're all screwed, but the elites can at least block. First one doesn't. Second one doesn't either. Okay, so now,
7.
yeah.
Oh, big damage.
13, not bad. And Warren just kind of looks, and he's like, whoa. Like, so, alright, Morgana, you also have an axe, so how are you taking this right now?
I'm not gonna let someone else show me. Can I actually use... Alright, what was it? Can I use my scissors? Not like with what it says it is, but like using my 3 charges to just do the straight line attack.
I'm gonna say if you do that... let me think. I'm gonna say you'll definitely auto-kill, at least one of them. Not the big guys, but the small guys.
Okay. So I can use it.
If you so desire, yes.
That will make what's left of my charges.
Uh-huh. What's left of your stats, okay, all of them go to 0.
Everything just die.
Yep, Morgana's like, I'm done living. And just...
What am I rolling?
My stats go back to level 1. Oh, wait.
Alright, so... which of these 4 mini guys do you want to auto-kill?
I was just like gonna do a straight line just for damage.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Then okay. So, you go ahead and do that. Roll, just roll 5d6. Go ahead. To hits. $14. Yeah, none of them can do that, so now roll your damage. I mean, you might have rolled all ones. We don't know. You know? Like...
Stranger things have happened.
Morgana is like, I will not be shown up! And so... she now, drawing inspiration, now has her finisher move. And uses it to take out these 4. I'm just gonna yeet them over here. Pretend they're not there.
Nice.
The ocean.
And Light's just like, right on! And like gives her a thumbs up. And how does Morgana respond to this?
Oh, exhaustion sets it.
Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh.
Well, since those 3 are dead, I guess it's Tamaki's turn after Morgana's done.
Well, let me delete these guys. I said I push this button. This stupid button.
Just put my character in front of him, so...
Hey, there we go. Okay, so... yeah, Tamaki's turn now.
I'm going to look to Warren. I'm going like, hey, can you back me up on something? I think I got an idea. I need you to make a ramp of ice for me to, like, get some traction on.
You got it. And so I'll have Warren expel 1 charge.
Alright. And she'll just kind of do her thing, run, just kind of like using the momentum and wind behind her to just kind of like cause her to skate up the ramp, and then she's like flying in the air. Like, she's a good like 30 feet up now, and she readies her spear, and she puts everything she has left behind it.
Oh.
And she sees these 2 in a line, and she's just gonna try to spear them both.
Okay.
Tries the one off.
So yeah, I'm spending all the rest of my 6 charges.
Okay.
So I imagine me and Warren will roll 9d6?
Well, let's see. 2, and then 6.
Because you get a +1 for being a
yes,
team
so,
attack. And
yep. 96, yes. Okay, so this is gonna be devastating. They can't beat a 24, so let's roll damage.
Well, maybe if they work together.
Oh, nice.
38. Okay, so Tamaki straight up annihilates these 2.
Like, she just kind of reels back with her spear and just kind of yeets it through both of them, and she's just like, gay bog!
And then I laugh like a 12-year-old.
Somewhere in the distance, Zach cracks up for no reason.
Zinc punches him in the teeth.
Why the teeth?
Because
You don't need those.
Okay, so you certainly splattered goo all over these streets. Like, it is covered, like, straight up. And, so Warren is like, okay, are we done now? And, you guys don't see anything at the moment. But,
I'll just kind of like, as I'm coming down, I'll just kind of like land over near my spear and pick that back up because I kind of need that. So.
Yeah. Like, and you all survey the land around you, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. We got a viewer request here. So don't.
There are viewers.
Yes. Now, when it comes to things like this, as long as I don't deem it too unreasonable, I'll typically go for it. As long as it's not like a major thing, right? So I'm gonna have this happen now. Okay? So, the land begins to shake. Okay? And I'm gonna have all of you roll perception. Alright? So, 2d6.
Oh, 2d6. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody made it, but for Warren it takes him like a little bit of a second. Okay. So, you notice, and Tamaki definitely should notice actually, because this is going to be happening right in front of her. Okay.
Oh no.
A Chronos crystal floats down from the sky. And as it continues to float down, the ground begins to shake more and more violently. And sure enough, all the goo splattered all over the city begins to float upwards and spiral around this crystal. And it begins to form a new shape.
Oh no.
And you all now have
Bruh.
you all now have an even more elite parasite on your hands.
Elite parasite 2!
Yes. So
It's fine, just don't die even though you've expended most of your energy, it's fine.
yeah.
Well, considering I was the one who definitely knows it, can I like react and just kind of like step back a bit so this thing doesn't try to like
Step on you,
Right.
yes, you're allowed.
yeah, I'm just gonna like back up.
And so I'm gonna say this thing is the size of like a small building. Okay. Like he's
Fully
not.
loaded small building.
He's not like Zord size, but he big. He big. Okay.
Dang boy, he thick.
Yeah. So it now has light shining through it. It's like a malformed giant skeletal beast, and with yet another familiar roar, it unleashes a roar down the aisleway, and the force of it definitely causes you all to like blow back a little bit. Not like enough to like knock you off balance or anything like that, but just have a very dramatic effect, you know?
We don't do the just kind of flailing in the air and all just land one after another in a pile.
No, not that forceful yet. But yeah, and so Warren's just like, oh god, like, so what are your guys' reactions to this? Say what? That's a big parasite. And so I'm gonna
I'm gonna like turn around and shout to the prison ranger, "Hey, do you think this is severe enough to call your Zord?"
And Light goes, you know, and he looks at the train station, and the Zord parks itself right outside. Like, it rushes forward. It parks, like, right here-ish.
Oh, it doesn't hit Warren.
Yeah. And, he goes, I think we can take it without it. But it's there on standby, just in case.
Alright, if things are looking most heinous, you know what to do.
Oh, yeah. And so I rolled for, its, initiative. I don't know why I was struggling with that word. So, I'm gonna add it.
I mean, I couldn't figure it out earlier either.
Well, it's such an uncommon word in these sorts of games.
Yeah.
You only use it for every combat.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine.
And always starts a fight. Roll for initiative.
Yeah. So... now... So it's gonna be going right after Prism 1. But it's currently Warren's turn, because this is still the same combat sequence, technically. And, he turns to everyone, looks at him down, he's like, alright, I can do this. And he rushes forward. I'm gonna have him spend 2 of his charges. And he is going to run forward and slap the ground with his hammer to try and send a giant wave of water as an attack at it. So... and he just goes, alright, Morgana, Tamaki, out of the way!
Right.
So, they split, he runs in front, and he does this attack. I'm gonna have him roll. 46, 17. There is one chance of this thing not getting hit by this, or at least not being affected. Let's see. Okay, no, so let's roll damage. 6. Wow. Okay, so he shoots this giant torrent of water at it, and it's kind of hard to tell if it even hurt the thing or not, because it doesn't flinch. It just takes it and stares at you all and takes a step forward despite just getting hit. And,
oh, that's not good.
And it's coming, and Warren's just like, oh no. He's noticed this isn't looking well, so Rye, it's your turn. What are you gonna do?
No, I am more of a boss.
I'm maybe gonna hang that.
Maybe I'll sit this one out. I believe in my teammates now.
I'll get a little closer. But I'm not gonna
Okay, so you're just readying up. Alright, so I'll say that should the monster decide to attack you, you'll have a bonus to blocking or dodging it for that. Okay. And so now Prism 1, he's like, alright guys, don't forget, turn your thoughts into power. If you believe in yourselves and your teammates, you can do anything. Like this. And he, yet again, flips his brace and goes, color transfer, pink, and he becomes a pink ranger.
Oh, so he's a woman.
No, he's just pink. He's still a guy. And,
Sure about that?
yes. And he's like, alright, bridge claw, let's go. And he actually now has a claw as a weapon. And I'm gonna have him expend a charge. Ah, no, not 19 charges. No.
Just love this guy.
That's a little excessive.
Yeah.
Kill it.
And he expelled.
Spend 19 charges, roll 21 d6.
So
all critical fails, so it's only 21 damage.
He expends a charge, and suddenly the claw on his hand begins to grow, like, massively in size. Like, it actually becomes almost the size of the monster itself. And with a great shout, he swings it at it. He's like, yeah! And so...
Should we be worried about everybody that's in front of him?
Nah, they're fine. Don't worry about it.
It's an overhead swing. It'll hit the monster before it hits us.
Exactly, so...
Rolls a world number, kills teammates.
Nah, B.
Critical fails.
13. Okay, so this thing could technically tank this. Alright, so... let's see. 9. Nope, okay. So... oh, I put 6 on accident. Okay, so that's gonna be 13 damage. So, yeah. It slices it, but the thing is still moving forward. I'm not gonna actually move it forward because that would just get tedious, but, like, you get the idea. So, it takes it, and it, like, flinches, but it, like, keeps going, and it, once again, but this time to the heavens, lets out a familiar shriek, and with its, giant mighty claw, it just reaches up into the sky, and its hand actually expands outward, and he's just gonna, like, almost like the fly swatter from DFO, just, like, brings it down on everybody.
Oof.
So...
I'm going to duck and hold my spear directly up.
Now, since he's much bigger, does he do more damage or the same amount of damage as the rest of them?
oh, he's got more.
Increased.
Yeah, so...
He's been rolling higher.
everyone beat a 12. You roll 2d6, all of you.
He got bigger, does that mean we roll more?
Oh, rip Tamaki. Oh. Okay, so now, for Warren, I'm gonna have him expel a charge, because he sees this coming, and he forms ice armor on himself to brace for impact. So 11. Okay, so
Still not completely.
but he will take a small reduction to damage when it comes to him. So now as for light, I'm just gonna have him straight up roll the 3d6 plus 1 cameo bonus 12. Okay, so light, he manages to hold the finger that's at him like in place, but he's like struggling. He's like, oh god, and so now gonna roll damage. 9. So I'm gonna say because Tamaki crit failed, she takes 10. And
Alright.
Warren, because he got his ice armor to brace, I'm gonna say he takes 7 to his armor. So yep, so yeah, -9 to your guys' armor.
That was a pretty big hit.
Yeah, so it kind of like splashed everywhere. Now even more of the streets are covered in like this goop. And to an extent, so are you guys a little bit. It's not actively trying to eat you, but like, yeah, it's pretty nasty. So now it starts to reform the arm that it just slapped down on you guys. Or rather the hand, I should say. So Morgana, it's your turn. How you gonna handle this?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Because you spent all your charges, so like.
Yeah.
it's up to you. Do you want to try fighting it? Do you want to try something else? Do you you have multiple options. What are you gonna do?
I guess I'll just take up a stand, preparing to defend.
Okay, so remember then, if you get attacked on its next turn, I'll let you have a +1 to your rolls for defense. If you're just gonna sit there and brace yourself. So, alright, Tamaki's turn then.
Alright, I'm again going to take Prism Ranger's advice in mind and try to, once again, focus on friendship and, like, the things that motivate me.
Okay, so I want you to roll a regular d6 for this.
Alright, roll 1d6.
Ooh, 5, nice. Okay, so you focus your thoughts into power, and you feel some things well up in you, and I'm gonna say that you regain 5 charges.
Whoa, nice!
Because you got a second wind. Literally.
Use them all once.
So.
Alright, I think I'm feeling it again. And so I'm going to spend my turn to run over to Warren, and I'm going to do a team attack with him and also Rye if he wants to participate. And I'll let Warren lead this team attack. So...
Alright, so... Water, fire, and wind. I got it.
Tempest!
No, better. He's like, and Warren's like, alright guys, maybe if we combine all our powers at once, we can do this. You ready?
I'm ready.
And so, Rye, even though you don't have any charges, I'm gonna let you get away with this, okay? So, you all focus your energies together, and you literally do try attack from Pokemon. So, I guess we all then now roll our 4d6. So...
16.
9. Okay, so 16, this guy's gotta beat a 16. Can he do it? 14, no, so we all roll damage now.
15.
Did Ranger take damage from his attack?
No, because he tied the roll, so he perfect defended.
He tied the roll.
Yeah.
That's right, somebody tied the roll.
Yeah. So, okay.
18 damage.
Yep. And it reels back a little bit, and it just continues to roar. This thing doesn't shut up, like, ever. So...
Very angry.
Yeah. Yeah. And so Prism 1 is like, great job guys, now I'm gonna show you my final color transfer, and he flips the switch again, and he goes, alright, color transfer, orange, and he pulls out what looks like a freaking guidance stick that you find on runways, and so he's now an Orange Ranger. And he's like, now, check this out. And I'm gonna have him expel 2 charges. And he points it forward at the beast, and a drill laser fires out from this stick. So...
Nice.
17. This thing can technically beat it if it gets really lucky, so... It did not.
Want some 2s?
Yeah. And it takes a good chunk of damage. It gets drilled right through.
That's a lot of damage.
And yeah, so it's now got a giant hole in it that's slowly reforming, but it's still lumbering forward. And then who's against the better judgment of literally anybody else in this town, he's watching nearby. Not so much nearby that he would get hurt, but like from a distance where you could still hear him if he yelled something, right?
He's like, whoa, Orange Ranger. I wish
Yeah.
I could be like him.
Orange, that's my favorite color. And he yells out, guys, use geography.
You cut out there.
Guys, use geography.
What does that mean?
So now, as you're all distracted by him yelling out this nonsense, this parasite forms its head into a giant spike and just shoots it straight at the group, since they're all hurtled together. So everyone beat a 15. Morgana, you have your +1. So don't forget that.
Well, they're only rolling 2d6. I don't think they can beat a 15.
Yeah.
I mean, I got charges.
Yeah, so if you guys want to expel charges to defend yourselves and or others, then by all means.
Well, he's just firing his head as a single attack, so I'm going to spend 3 charges to try to use my geography in order to redirect it by changing the angle.
Okay, so...
But you don't know what that is.
Gonna try and use this thing I don't know. So, alright. I'll give Tamaki priority roll here. Go ahead and roll your 5d6. See if you can redirect this thing. Yes, you certainly can. So, you just like, what, bap it off to the side? Are you trying to reflect it, or what?
Well, the thing is, I can't just shoot it back at him because he's not going to take damage like that, so...
Yeah.
I'm just going to try to hit it in a place where it'll do the least amount of collateral damage.
Keith.
That's messed up.
Again, you might be on the wrong team.
So okay, I'm gonna say you yeet it into the sky, like straight upwards. And
Straight upwards with like a 15-degree angle behind us, so it doesn't land right back on us.
okay, so and it with your air magic, you not only yeet it that way, but you focus a little bit to have it cut up as well, so it like bursts in the air like a firework almost, and it just kind of rains down goop behind you. So yeah, that'd been gross. So Morgana's turn now. And Warren just kind of pats Tamaki on the shoulder and goes, "Thanks."
No problem.
Okay, so roll 1d6 for me. Ooh, wow, 5s. Okay, so what is going through Morgana's head right now?
Once I find Quinn, I'm gonna strangle him for this.
Yes, pretty much.
Okay, so still on the murder. So
I'm not saying murder, but he's definitely going to keep feeling it.
So, because of that, I'm gonna say you regain only 3 charges. So,
She's a little confused, but she's got the spirit.
pretty much. So, now that you've got your charges, are you planning to do anything, or?
I'm just going to play it by ear.
You're gonna brace yourself again?
Yeah.
Okay. Tamaki.
Alright. I'll walk right up to Light, and I'm gonna be like, alright, Prism Red, it's my turn to help you out.
And Light
So
turns to
whatever
you.
you want to do, you lead the way.
And Light turns to Tamaki and he cheekily goes, "Prism Orange." and he's like, "Can you do that javelin thing again?"
Yeah, just give me a bit of a boost.
Alright, let's do it. And so he readies his little stick thing he's got. And you guys are, once his turn rolls around, you two are gonna do a double javelin strike. Like, missile right at the beast. So...
Gaybolg 2!
Pretty much, yeah. So... Warren's turn. And... I'm gonna do a little story fluff here if Rye doesn't mind. So, Warren sees everyone's readying up to fight this thing. He looks at Rye. He knows Rye, because he hasn't been active for the past couple turns. He notices the day's been really taking his toll on him. He's like breathing heavy. He's just kind of focused. He's not being as active, right? Yeah. And he takes a step back and he puts his hand on Rye's shoulder. And he's like, "Buddy, are you holding up all right?"
I'm worn out from all the fighting and stuff.
And let's see. I'm gonna give him a +1. 4. Okay, he passed. So Rye is like very sincerely, he's like, "I wish there was some way I could help you." And then his ring begins to glow. And Warren has unlocked the healing hand ability. So he now rolls 5d6. Rye regains 17 HP. So... And Warren just kind of looks in amazement at what he just did. He's like, "Whoa, that could be handy." And so Rye, it's your turn
Warren's
now.
hands are rated E for everyone.
Pretty much.
I want to try the whole
This is a kid show.
You get 2 charges because you can't stick to the ranger rules.
You know what? Yeah, 2 charge. So,
I mean, hey, at least you don't have to roll for it.
yeah.
At least I didn't drop the F-bomb.
So, yeah, you're feeling invigorated thanks to Warren's concern and healing hand. And so you've got some more fight in you now. You've got your 2 charges. Okay, immediately expel 1 charge to throw a fireball.
Yeet.
And roll your 3d6. 5, 5, 5. Hey! I didn't know Common Rider was here, so... Oh my god!
Dude, that is a crit.
So... Rye throws his fireball, and it, like, hits the guy, but, like, does nothing. Just, like, peters out, totally absorbed. Just no reaction, no nothing, just done.
Well, that's demoralizing.
Yes. And
Fire don't work.
yep. And Light turns back to Rye and he's like, "Remember, Rye, you don't gotta do this alone. Watch." And he prompts Tamaki. And both of you, I'm gonna say, rebound off the nearby buildings to leap high into the air. And
Alright.
both then... Are you okay with using 1 charge?
I'm okay with using both my charges.
I'm gonna say just 1 charge though.
Alright.
Just in case. So, and then both charging up with great force, lunge their spears right at the beast. With the energy from Light and the air from Tamaki combined together to make like a dual drill strike. So, that is going to be... Let's see... We're gonna base this off of Light's base die, so...
So we each use a charge, and it's also lights rolls, and it's a team attack, so that would be 66.
Yep. So, let's see who gets the best result. 26. Okay. Literally can't beat a 26, so now we both roll damage. 8. I was about to say, please do better than 8.
Cannot be stopped.
I was about to say, please do better than 8.
It's fine. 21's a pretty average roll for 66.
Yeah, so... Yeah, it pierces, and yet again, I'm gonna say, because of the angle they threw, it took the thing's legs off. So it falls to the ground, creating a big crater. And it can't move for one turn, but it's still gonna be able to attack because it has its head and arms and stuff still. So, all of the next attacks you guys throw, it can't dodge. It can maybe defend, but it's not gonna be dodging anything. So,
And if it wants to hit us, it has to use range attacks because we're all out of its melee range.
exactly. So, yeah, it's still trying to gun for you. And it slams its claws into the ground and to like brace itself, and then mini spikes form all over its body and shoot forward in a barrage. So how do you guys want to react to this? I am going to roll 11. So, okay. What are you gonna do?
You got this?
I'm going to... Are they coming straight at us? Or
Yep.
is it gonna...
In like a wide array, they're like shooting outward. Yeah.
Like, is it gonna be like kind of like coming up over and dropping down on top, or just like straight at us?
Just, in like a sweep. Not like above you, but like...
Just from in watching general.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll...
Big ol' wall.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. Spend a charge and form just a giant earth wall in front of us.
Alright, how many charges are you using?
1 or 2?
Choose one.
2.
Okay. So, to defend everybody, roll 46, beat an 11 with it. 14. You do your little earthbender dance and raise a giant wall in between everyone, and it blocks all the incoming spikes. Like, there's some definite cracks, but nothing's like seeping through. You've stopped all the spikes dead. Like, surrounding buildings and stuff have gotten hit, and you definitely in the distance hear more people screaming, but for your party, you're safe. So, what are you gonna do now, Morgana? Because it is your turn. Guys, that was my big brain moment. I don't know anymore.
I do have a suggestion for this one.
Oh, Craig wants to suggest something to Morgana. Okay.
You guys are all focused on team, right? What if you guys attack all at once as a team?
That is a thing that is allowed, yes.
And Morgana can lead it. It's just a suggestion.
But
You don't have.
there's a risk to that, because what if they all roll bad, and then they've expended all their resources and they're screwed?
Yeah, it would just
everybody-
skip immediately to the monster's turn again, and then...
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're significantly more likely to hit.
Well, yeah.
If everybody uses one charge, I understand that there's 3 people in the party that only have 1 charge left.
Oh, you wouldn't
But
even
you
need
could do-
charge. You'd still have really good odds.
Yeah, and then I was just thinking of like damage wise. But hey, that's up to you guys.
Well, how would we damage Wise? He already left.
I know, right? What do you have against Wise? Like, what the heck?
Bruh.
I don't know how we would all like attack, so how it would.
I mean, Ranger's been talking about teamwork all throughout this part here. Everybody's been slowly focusing on their individually, but I haven't really. I've seen like 2 people team up, but I haven't seen like more than that.
Yes, you have. There was attack where me, Warren, and Ryle did
did the try attack.
Oh yeah, that's a try attack.
Yeah.
But I get what you mean.
Well, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Do you guys want to do an all-group move, or do you want to just keep going and see where things go?
I'm not against the idea.
Oh, I have an idea. Light turns to everyone and he goes, "You all trust me, right?"
Of course.
So there's one other thing that I can do to bring you all together as one. I need you all to focus your powers into me.
Alright. I'm gonna spend my charge. I'm gonna try to direct my elemental energy to him and still keep on thinking friendship, teamwork, unity, justice.
Warren agrees and also puts his hands out and his energy seeps into the Prism Ranger. Morgana dies, apparently.
Morgana's doing a cartwheel while doing this.
Ta-da!
No, she's become a glitched out ragdoll. Her simulator's busted.
She T-poses.
She's stuck in halfway through that building.
She's asserting her dominance with the T-pose.
And she goes spinning off into the sky.
Alright, so you all reach out your hands and transfer your energies into Light. And he poses. He's like, "Alright, here we go! The final color transfer!" And he starts glowing with a brilliant energy.
Oh god, he's starting into the Jesus Ranger.
And
It's not a thing yet.
And with a great flash of light, stands before you Prism Ranger 1, Rainbow! He is now all the colors at once.
Including beige?
No! That's not part of the freaking rainbow!
But it is a color.
So... Alright. I am gonna do this just so I don't have to redo the turn order thing. But I'm gonna yeet him over here. Ignore that token. Don't worry about it. So... But yeah, now the Rainbow Ranger stands before you all. Powered up and ready to fight.
Go get him, buddy.
You all are feeling pretty drained, but this guy,
He's gonna get hit with 40.
he's ready to go. Ah! What just happened? Who did that?
Well, I thought you were gonna add him to the turn order, so I made the other two GM layer.
Oh, no, I was just...
cleaning.
I'm leaving it over there. He's just gonna take the Prism Ranger's turn thing.
I was just cleaning.
Okay,
I was trying to help.
Well, you did it wrong! No.
Yeah, I did it wrong, clearly.
Yeah.
You taking the lazy way out.
Shh. Anyway. So, he now stands before everyone. He's like, "Alright, guys. Witness the type of power you can unleash all together." And he is going to expel 30 charges. So...
That's a bit much, isn't it?
Not at all.
Nah, man, I think that's the perfectly suitable amount.
Oh, yeah.
You should be using all 40.
Nah.
Yeah, you might as well go all 40 at that point.
Nah.
Seriously.
Nah. So... 33d6.
Dead.
Hang on, I think he has a chance to beat this.
Give him a 30.
119. Okay. So...
Wow.
he rises up into the sky, and he does like a pose, and all 4 of your elements begin to like circle around him, and he focuses them all into a singular point and then shoots them forward like a railgun, and it pierces the parasite straight through, and there's like a small delay where it seems like nothing happens, but then in classic Power Ranger fashion, the whole monster just blows up, like right there. So, yeah, you guys won the day. Congrats.
Yay. I'm glad you guys are my friends.
Me too. And Tamaki just has like both her arms raised in the air, trying to give both Rai and Rainbow Ranger a high five.
As Light floats back down, he definitely delivers on that high five. And so then he powers down. I'm gonna yeet him over here. Let's bring the light token back. Where did the light token go? Oh no.
I'm at the top.
You put him up there? Okay.
No, you left him up there. All
You
did
put
was
him
make
up there. Yep.
You put him up
That, no, I'm pretty sure not me. Nah.
I
So,
will kick you in the balls.
so,
Hey, if you get me a $20 Steam card, I'll do that for you.
Hey, it's my birthday coming up. I'm the one who gets freebies.
Alright.
so as he powers down, you all feel your energy returning to you that he borrowed. And he's like, great work, guys. Knew you could do it. We saved the city. And then the camera, like, if this were a show, it pans out and it shows, like, you know, there's crumbling buildings, there's goo everywhere. You know,
Half the
People
city's on
screaming
It's
still.
literally that one SpongeBob scene. Good job, Patrick. We've saved the town.
yeah.
There's one lady climbing out of the goop. None of this is real.
So, and he just gives a thumbs up like most Rangers do, and he's got this like cheeky smile on his face, and he's like, now then, that worked up an appetite. I don't know about you guys, but I say we all go eat.
Hey, I got just the place in mind.
Huh?
It's my
Hey.
grandma hop.
It's not called that, right?
Red, you need to calm down.
So then we pan over to the restaurant where everyone's enjoying a meal together, and Light, meanwhile, has ordered like 3 meals for himself. like he hungry boy. So
Is he like an anime protagonist or something?
he eats a lot.
He's a ghost, you see.
And so, yeah, we get the scene where everyone's eating together, laughing, having a good time. You don't hear anything they're saying, though. And the camera, like, slowly pans down, or pans out, and shows the Guardian, and he just kind of nods in approval before disappearing. And, unless you guys have, something specific you want to have happen right here, it's gonna be the end.